accident.
Are you going to be able to get by without Carl's paycheck?
I just don't know for sure, Dad. Everything seems so awful. I mean, what rights do we have? I guess I'll need a good lawyer.
Good just won't cut it. Not with 2 hungry mouths to feed. You need the best lawyer there is.
Sounds nice, Dad, but who?
Oh my goodness. Ooh! Whose Sailor Moon shirt? Why, mine, of course. It's a little tight. The Sanders guy, I'm sorry. 5 bits is not enough to have your message read, but it is enough for me to shame you as a poor. Look, if you guys need to see higher socks, you need to send higher bits. Frankly.
What's going on, everyone? It's Lila and Venti. Welcome to my channel on this Wednesday. This is Breaking the Narrative, and we're going to be breaking the narrative today on Strawgate, aka the Waterver podcast of what's going on with Anna, that Star Wars girl, and Brittany. Venti were on there, that weirdo podcast that is about relationships.
The greatest podcast ever that has graciously invited me to join, and I am looking for a time in my schedule to go. I just want to put forth my position on the Whatever podcast. It's the greatest show that's ever been on the internet.
Are you gonna go on there with this gay dude here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. Only if we both wear bikinis.
You guys gonna both hold hands and go on there, like Venti and her boyfriend were sitting together, and she was like cuddling with them once in a while on like the podcast.
Oh, he went on there with her?
Yeah, he went on there with her.
Cool.
He looked uncomfortable as hell, to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, he like the host put him on the spot a couple times, and he was just like, like I don't know what to say.
Well, I've met him. He's a really nice guy, but to me, he doesn't strike me as a guy who would fit in well in that type of conversation, but I haven't talked to him a lot, so I have no idea.
I haven't talked to him much at all, and I haven't met him. But I know, like, I from what I've heard, he's a really sweet guy, and he's cool. Really good with her.
He was at Matsuri last year, I think. If it's the guy I'm thinking of, I'm pretty sure it is. And yeah, he's super nice. Like, I spent some time talking to him. Seems cool.
That's always good. When they're super nice, you know it's going to last a long time.
This is
you know what, Camelot? You better stop.
Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to be insightful and nice. Okay.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. How you doing, Camelot?
I'm good as hell. I'm for no reason tired, and I don't really understand. I sleep all day, but then I'm just still tired. So I guess
it's because you were gay with Cecil last night.
That was true. Yeah, Cecil's like, we're only gonna do an hour and a half, man, and then we get to like 2 and 20, and I'm like, bro, I'm like dying, man.
Cecil has never been honest about doing things for an hour and a half. It's either 2 minutes or 12 hours, 13 hours.
I gotta make some pancakes. I gotta eat some ramen. A lot of shit I gotta do, man.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you both for being here tonight, you guys. We're gonna go through some of this crazy podcast. Okay, I know Nick didn't watch it. Did you watch it, Camelot?
Yeah, I watched a large portion of it, but then like it would get to a certain girl, like there was like 2 or 3 girls, they would start talking, and I muted it for like 20 minutes, and I would forget.
So Anna, Brittany, and who else?
Yeah, it was every time Anna and Brittany and Brittany's guy talked. Yeah.
Yeah, because I just wanted her to talk the whole time. I was like, can we just? I think her name was Dominique, and she was the funniest one ever. I was like, why won't you just everybody else shut up? Just let her have the floor. I've got some timestamps about her going off about dating in the hood that I really want to get your opinion.
Yeah, she was hilarious, man.
She was great.
Yeah.
Jerkoff Juggernaut's here saying, hey, Nina, it's been a minute. I'm here for this fuckery. Brittler went fishing and came up empty-handed, but I appreciated her trying to fish. Hail Rackets and the snake milk dude, I guess. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool, this snake milk dude. Somebody was in my chat earlier and was like, fuck, Camelot's here. I'm leaving. I guess I'll come back if he shuts up. And I was like, oh my God.
No, he told me, he was like, if you tried to blend in more, people would like you more. And I'm like, all right, look, I don't know if saying act fake for people to like you is actually good advice. It may be for some people, but like, I mean, I got 200K sub. At least somebody likes me.
Wow.
220,000 people that want to hear my dumb ass.
I think really likes you because he's just a ray of sunshine. He is sunshine itself, and he's here right now. It's Ethan Van.
Oh, 2 days in a row. What's up, baby?
How you doing? Hi, guys.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hi, Ethan. How are you?
Oh, I'm really good. Oh, look at Nina. Hi, guys. Hi, Nick. Great to see you, my friend. Camelot,
Yeah.
It's okay to see you again.
Camelot's so polarizing. I could have a show. It's like, okay, we're going to have on as guests.
Does polarizing mean gives erections? Because that's
Yes.
what it sounds like in a way. That's what.
Oh my goodness.
I could announce a show to be like Mussolini, Pol Pot, Hitler, and Camelot. People would be like, oh, goddamn, Camelot's going to be on there talking about smashing pissers.
You know what I didn't know about Camelot was how good of a guitarist he was. You're sitting there playing The Darkness. Was that growing on me? You're really growing on me.
It was, I believe in a thing called love.
Oh, I believe in a thing called love.
Yeah.
Just listen to the rhythm of my heart.
He told me he plays the guitar, and I asked him to play for me, and he refused. So I think he just does it for men.
I do it for gay affirmation. And those are the people that donate.
Nothing wrong with that.
This is true.
That's
true because I wasn't donating anything. So. Now we're gonna get into this whatever podcast for a little bit. We're not gonna EFAP the whole thing, guys, because honestly, most of it was very fucking boring. So I wrote down some really like great parts of it. We're gonna go through. But before we do, Nick, you're a shyster lawyer on the internet, and you cover cases. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've got coming up next? Because I heard that you're going to be covering a case, but I know nothing about it. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Very quickly. It starts on the 24th, unless it gets delayed. But I think as of right now, it's still on. It is the Taylor Shabusiness trial. People have been asking me to do a trial. This is a very strange story about a woman in Wisconsin, the happiest state, full of murderers, who was engaged in some sort of sexual activity with her boyfriend. They were both on meth, and just somehow she ends up decapitating him in the middle of this.
Naturally.
And then maybe plays with a certain part of the corpse for about 2 hours after the decapitation. And
did she eat him? Did she eat him like Chandler?
No, he was in. I can't say he was intact, but he wasn't missing any parts.
Other than the head.
Well, no, it wasn't missing. I mean, they had all the parts. They were able to collect it. So the best part, though, was that he was face down during whatever sex act was going on when his head was chopped off. So imagine he's getting pegged at the same time. And then she's like, well, I killed him. I played around with his dead body. I guess now the only logical thing to do is to chop him up into like smaller parts and leave some of them on this mattress, because they're in the basement of his mom's house, obviously. So leave some of them on the mattress that has no sheet and is just covered in blood. Some of them, like the head, you just throw in a bucket along with the penis. And then the legs you put in a box for a crock pot, and you set that on top of your just cleaned in your boyfriend's mother's laundry, just clean laundry basket. You set the bloody box of severed legs on top of that. There you go.
Was he okay?
Oh my God.
You know, we thought he would pull through, but he didn't make it.
Being from Alabama, this all seems really normal.
Well, no, in Alabama, they would have been at a family reunion, but here it was just, they were separated by a couple family trees.
It sounds like it has to be better than the Murdaugh trial. Just please, God, have like some excitement. The only good thing was that one time where they were talking about how brutal it was and he was kind of crying. That was like the best part. that we got to analyze and see some actual shit happening, and then the rest of it was just like I was falling asleep. So she better be crazy as fuck. She better bring the meth to the trial and do it in front of everybody. That's what I need, man.
Ethan's like, I'm out. I'm talking about too much stuff here.
You okay?
Yeah, I just needed to pray. That's all.
So
now
yeah,
I have a suggestion for you, Nick, because on this panel on the Whatever podcast, this girl here,
yep,
I forget her name. I call her Miss. I don't know. What's the title for
her
a
name's
lawyer?
Captain Bitch Tits.
Yeah, lawyer.
I think her name starts with maybe a couple D's or an E, if I had to guess.
Lawyer mommy. I don't know what, because she's okay. So she's a lawyer.
Obviously.
She has OnlyFans.
Obviously.
She's very naked all over Twitter. Like I've already seen everything she's got to offer.
I'm so jealous of her life right now.
Does she have an innie or an outie?
Hang on. All I saw was boobs.
Is her labia menorahs hanging out? Like a roast beef
sandwich? I didn't pay attention to the belly button. It was all boobs and a lot of puss. So I was like, whoa.
I said labia menorah.
Yeah, labia menorah. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, she's Persian. So I was like, oh my God, like Persian girl on this Whatever podcast. And then all of a sudden it was just all
awesome
nudity. And I was like, oh my God. So I think that you should get her on your podcast. I mean, she is a lawyer, so maybe you can do this shabusiness with shabusiness.
I don't know if I should be doing the shabusiness with an OnlyFans chick, but no, yeah. Well, I hate to say, I need to I guess figure out where the hell to talk to her, because it sounds like that will taint my search results.
You may have to go on her OnlyFans, though. I think Anna did tweet out her Twitter, because I saw all of her on Twitter.
You did?
She's already out there.
Yeah.
Can you send me the link in private?
Yes, sir. Let me really quickly
just send it over real quick, and I can just check it out, and I'll give my review.
Okay.
I do review people's internet efforts all the time. I think that's important that we do that as creators and content creators.
I'm not judging. There's no judgment. She's got a lot going on.
Well, Dick Masterson and Vito once asked you, they said, have you read ISOM #1? To which you said no. Yeah. Now, other people might ask me, have you seen her naked? And I'm going to have to say, no, I haven't. So let me just see that real quick.
Okay, right. I got it for you right now. It's in the private chat. There you go.
Perfect.
You said she's Persian, and ever since watching 300 and Xerxes and all, I can't fuck with Persian people, man.
Her name actually is Jasmine Jafar.
Oh my God.
You're correct.
God, her nipples are the size of dinner plates.
Wow.
Areola, baby. God.
How do you see it? I don't see it yet. Where is it? Nina?
Scroll down.
It's in the private chat.
Oh, private chat. Oh,
private
I'm in
chat.
our... Okay, yeah, of course.
Private chat.
You could fit 3 pieces of pizza, 18-inch on this bitch.
And while the dudes are doing that, Valkyrie Winter, thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships to the chat. You are awesome. And also said Skull and 199. Thank you very much for that. Brad's Monkey gifted Rumble ranted $5. Thank you. And we got a couple really early chats. 200 Watt Studios for 2. Hey Nina, happy Wednesday night. Thank you. 200 Watt Studios. Let's do some edging, guys. Wow.
Is 200 Watt Studio
a
show? God. I've been on like 3 different shows. Some bitches in every show.
He loves me. Jerk off Juggernaut for 5 says, I'm just kidding, Cam. I fucking love you, bro. But this Ethan guy, I hear he's an instaphobe. I heard you're like the Alex Jones of Comicsgate today. I was like, what does that mean?
Ethan is?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know what it means, but I like it. It's cool. Well, I just denied that a school shooting happened, and that the whole thing was fake, and the kids were actors, and and then I said the frogs are gay, which I think I prove on most occasions.
Anyone wants to argue that? Have you ever met a frog?
Yeah.
Why do you think they call the French frogs? I mean, the gayness is hand in hand.
Oh my God, dude, it's so true. Have you been to Winnipeg? Whew.
No, God, why would I go there?
The French Canadians are even worse than the actual French. But
oh my God, there's a French Canadian girl on this panel, and she is the worst. This chick.
Oh yeah, you can already tell.
No one likes French Canadians.
Like it's bad enough that you live in France and have to identify as French. It's worse if you're far away and you're like, no, I choose to.
All they talk about is how Quebec would be better off as its own country, and they're all pissed about it. And I'm like, dude, I don't know anything you're talking about. I'm in Alabama.
I like how you said
separatists.
Quebec. That's
funny. Is that not what it's called, Nina?
Yeah, they're separatists. They believe, oh, we're our own country. Okay, who cares? It's Canadians. Who cares?
Tell old Trudeau that. See what he says.
I know what he will say. Hold on, I have a perfect clip about what he would say.
For standing up for an LGBTQ2 plus kid.
I do the same shit happens to me, Justin. I get it.
Oh my god. Okay, let's start this. Let's start this shit show. But before we do, actually, Ethan, do you want to show your comic before we get into this?
Yes, I'm looking at that girl now. All I can see is her head bobbing up and down. Like
that's right. And give us your review about this girl.
She is. There's a lot of woman there. I would say that's a lot of woman. If you like a lot of woman jiggling around and everything, she takes good care of her nether regions. Her undercarriage is, well groomed, and sure. Her face. She's got a nice, lovely.
I have a question though. I have a question because we've got one of the most amazing marketers here. I mean, Ethan Van Sciver, millionaire. I mean, you've sold your comics, you've crowdfunded. Like, you got a lot going on. You're a good businessman. Do you think that she's giving too much away on Twitter if she has an OnlyFans?
Well, I just like to know what her stretch goals are, if you know what I mean. All right, now hold on a second. Let me get.
There's a news story about that.
I got your campaign.
Oh, you got it up? Okay, cool. No, that's not the right one. That's a good one though. That's Cyberfrog Dark Harvest. Look up Red Extermination.
Okay, Red Extermination.
Menage a trois.
Let me get
while you're doing that, there was a news story the other day you guys may have missed. A woman tried to steal a Christmas tree, a 7-foot tall Christmas tree. But in the process of attempting to conceal the Christmas tree, she actually passed out unconscious.
Wow.
Because she tried to shove it into her vagina.
Oh my God, no.
So it's like, she unironically thought that would fit.
Ho, ho. Oh,
I mean, her eyes were going like different ways anyway. So I don't know. Maybe she's like, it's not that big, I guess. No.
She was like, this is how Christ was born. Never
Yeah, Mary actually just fell off a cliff, landed on a pine tree, and got pregnant. That's why Christmas is celebrated with these trees now.
I think I figured out what my new angel is going to look like on the top of my Christmas tree this year.
Jasmine Jafar?
All right, here we go. This is Cyberfrog 3, Red Extermination. This is the third installment of Cyberfrog, and it's a good one. We got a beautiful wraparound Dale Keown cover. Of course, the book is going to be chromium once again. We did hit the $100,000 stretch goal to make the books shiny. I don't know what it is. You got books. A lot of people in comics right now say, I want to see myself reflected in the comics I'm reading. Okay, well, you will right here, asshole. These are mirrored covers. So you will see yourself. This is the third installment. You can still get Cyberfrog 1 and 2 in a collected edition in there called Blood Honey Wrecked. I think I'm just calling it. It's not very creative, but it's going to be a nice collected edition of the first 2 episodes of Cyberfrog. But definitely back this. And if you want, what would be really smart is to get the executive Cyberfrog box there, the Red X box, which is just a sweeping collection of everything in the campaign. Nina, will you play the trailer, please?
Absolutely. Let me scroll up.
You're going to like this, Nick. I don't think you've seen it yet.
No, I have not.
I don't think I've seen this one.
That's because you're not on it. CAMELOT on guitar.
Hell yeah. That's bass guitar, though.
Sounds like 28 Days Later.
I only play bass guitar.
Always wear red.
I love her hair.
Why?
Because I look so handsome. I can see myself. Oh my god, it was so violent. Oh my god, look at all that blood.
I have a joke for this, but I don't want it to accidentally get applied to Ethan and actually cause him trouble. So I'll just say it in the private chat.
Okay. Cyberpunk 3 Red Extermination, Frog, Salamander, and surviving humans wearing red because the Vespis, alien hornets, can't see red. Surviving in the woods and trying to take the world back from a complete and total domination, takeover, recolonization by these man-eating wasps.
So wait, they can't
it's
see.
A good story.
They can't see red?
They can't see red. That's what the humans believe. They live by 4 rules. They've been pushed into the woods. They believe always wear red because the Vespis can't see red. Stay in the trees because the trees are close together. The Vespis can't fly effectively in the trees. Always keep fires burning because smoke repels them. And always stay calm. The Vespis, this is a true fact about wasps and bees, by the way. The worst thing that you can do when a bee comes after you or a wasp gets too close to you is to get scared and panic and
run.
Start. You exhale and carbon dioxide from your exhalations get them high and it makes them want to sting you. So, if you see a bee around you, stay calm. And the same thing with the Vespis, they enjoy your panic. So you have to stay calm around them, which is hard to do when you're seeing them sting your friends and your friends are exploding and shit like that. But you must stay calm. So
that happened to me once. There was a wasp came and sat right on my thigh while I was having a conversation with my friend at a coffee shop. And I just went like dead still. And she's like, Nina, oh my God, what do I do? And I was like, don't do anything. Just step away. I was just like, just step away. And I was just like trying to be collected and calm and not do anything. And then it flew away. And then I freaked out. And I didn't get bit. It was pretty crazy.
Dude, my old roommate was so afraid of bees. It's like irrational fear. And there was like a hornet that was in our living room, and he saw it and like a cartoon jumped back and fell over a table and broke a glass table and was dragging things down as he grabbed in every direction and destroyed the living room because there was a hornet sitting there not moving. It was so over the top. And I'm like, are you even allergic? And he's like, I'm pretty sure I am. And I'm like, you fucking psycho, bro.
I haven't been stung by a bee since I was a little kid. I stepped on one in bare feet in my backyard. I was probably 8. And I just remember it hurt so bad. I haven't been stung by one since. And I don't know if I just imagined it hurting that bad.
No, it hurts. I got stung once. It's the worst. It is the absolute worst.
Stung once.
I got stung recently.
What is that not correct?
No. I just no. Sorry, you've been stung once by a wasp or a bee.
Yeah.
I mean, grow up in the South. They just.
Yeah, dude. I've been stung a lot, but I was mowing my lawn before I sold my last house, and I had to get my lawnmower out from under the porch area or whatever, and a hornet who just happened to be under there chilling, and he fell on my face and stung me in the eye.
Oh God!
It was pretty intense for a minute, but it wasn't that bad. It was
where in the eye? Here, on the eyelid?
It was right on my eyelid, yeah. And it swelled up, and my eye was closed. But then I just mowed my lawn.
Oh my God!
It was fun.
That sounds so painful.
And when our last house had an above ground pool from the previous owners, but it was in really bad shape, and I didn't want to do the maintenance on it to fix it back up, so I just offered it to someone. If they wanted to come get it, take it apart and get it, they could have it, right? Makes sense. And I went outside. I was like, how does this thing even disassemble? And I grabbed under the railing of the side to pull on it. And there was a paper wasp nest right there.
Paper wasps.
And they just went and swarmed my hand and just right up my arm. And it was it felt basically you were getting your arm was on fire. You had electrical shocks going up it. And it was there's a bunch of profanity. And then I got a can of bug spray and a lighter, and I lit their asses on fire. But it hurt for days. It just doesn't go away. God, that's the shitty
Paper
part.
wasps are the worst. All wasps are terrible because they don't suffer any consequence from stinging. Like if a bee stings you, a part of its ass comes off with the stinger and it's going to die. So they only do that when they have to. Paper wasps, their stinger does not come out. It will. They can continue to sting you more than once and be just fine.
Yeah.
So,
True story.
assholes.
That's what happened to me. I stung someone and my ass fell off. That's why I don't have one.
Well, let's get into some of this podcast.
Wait, I want to say one more thing.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
I just want to talk. So you said no judgment earlier on Jasmine.
Yeah.
And I want to agree, no judgment. Like I said, that's the life that sounds like a dream. Like, oh, you're a lawyer, but you also have your own OnlyFans and all that stuff. Perfect. Much love to her. She's not my type, though. She's a little.
Oh, that girl?
Yeah, I just want to say, like, her face is very pretty, but and I get that this is like the new thing. Like, guys, Americans especially, seem to like jigglier, curvier women generally. And she's like too much jiggle curve for me. I mean, she's got good proportions, but
do you guys think it's real
on her
body?
Yeah, her tits.
Yes,
they look real to me.
Really? Because I thought they were fake.
No, nobody would make those fake. When they're fake, because they don't. Hers move like they don't. It looks like basketballs on your chest.
Really. Like I've heard them they make the fake ones like that though now, Ethan. I heard that they're really well done now. You
I
can
think
do
she's
stuff like
just.
that.
I think she's just voluptuous, generally speaking.
Yeah, well, which makes sense because she's Persian or like that.
Like she's a very narrow waist compared to the rest of her, but her hips are very wide and like not in a bad way, but again, she's just very, very curvy. I know a lot of guys would probably love the hell out of her. That's not me though. She seems
Get on
nice,
that OnlyFans.
I'd love to talk to her outside of the context of like staring at her naked. I prefer not to do that. Now, if it was Ethan,
is that bad? Is that like haram to you to
what? See naked women?
Yeah.
No, I think.
Oh, okay.
No, like I generally think naked women are great and fantastic. I'm married. I try not to like look at other naked women or whatever. But that being said, like she just happens to be nude all over the place on her Twitter. Like you don't have to go anywhere for it. And we were talking about giving the assessment. I think she has a very, very pretty face, and I like her hair a lot. But her body's just not.
She's very pretty. She's very pretty. I agree with you.
It's interesting to me how I think the U.S. is trending towards a lot of this look, where it's like
I think it's because of the Kardashians.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's because the demographic is increasing for black males in the U.S.
Okay, jerk off Juggernaut for $20.
No one got my joke.
I did.
No, I got it.
I skirted right past that joke.
Waited 30 seconds, and I was just trying so hard.
30 seconds is your thing. Jerk off Juggernaut, thank you for the $20. Says personal story on a school trip towards the end of the day. Someone messed up a hive, and a bunch of us got stung. And I was stung on the face multiple times, and it has traumatized me to this day, 20 plus years later. See, it was a good villain that you picked, EVS. Everybody has a wasp story.
Yeah, people don't like them, and I completely understand. I don't really like them either. They're pretty scary. And the fact that they work in a coordinated way and worship a queen and all this stuff, it's interesting. It's good for allegorical comment as well. Not what Nick was suggesting in the private chat, but something like that. Yes.
They're a perfect antagonist.
You're terrible. So now we're gonna get into a little bit of this here. Gonna start at somewhat at the beginning because this podcast freaking drags on. But I guess one of the highlights at the beginning was when they went through the ages, because I guess the podcast asks everyone their age, because I'm guessing it's one of those things because it is a dating podcast. So they want to kind of get in the feel of like what everyone's age group's at. Like if you're married, if you're single, what kind of age group you're in. If you're a woman, are your eggs dried up? Like, you know, that kind of thing. Like, are you still able to have a family? Blah, 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 blah. So it's a kind of thing that he does where he asks everyone's age. Now, Anna and Brittany were not comfortable giving their age, and they explain why. So here we go.
From before that instant kicks in, so yeah.
Take a look, Cole. Take a look.
Well, you're funny. Single men are one of the main money makers for OnlyFans, so there's that aspect too, right?
Yeah, they're one of them, but they're also.
But it's like
No.
obviously there are some couples, but it's a lot of a mass, probably like 80%.
I think you'd be
right?
surprised
Something
about
like
the
that.
amount of women who don't care if their man watches porn or is on OnlyFans.
Yeah, and
a lot of
like I
them
said,
don't
there's
care.
definitely cut queens. There's people of every.
I don't
flavor
think
and
they're
every
cut
kind.
queens. I just think that they
Ooh.
don't care. Like, I wouldn't care if my boyfriend watched porn.
Some people are neutral.
Yep.
Some people
I'm not a cut queen. I don't even know
are
what that is.
against it.
Well,
but-
don't search for stuff.
But
You won't find anything if you don't know. You don't know. You're
Isn't
fine.
a cut queen? You're saying they enjoy it, or like,
yeah, the women that enjoy their men looking.
I don't
and
think
getting
some
off of
women
their
just
women.
don't
Enjoy it.
Like,
That's
if You're
weird.
allowed to look at women online. I don't have to be the only woman you ever see ever. And
I mean, that's how you facilitate your relationship.
I was
The
trying to
thing
get the
is,
part about
think
their age, and I
that
got it wrong.
affects how
But this
committal
is
a
interesting.
relationship is, depending to what degree, especially.
So this is
how so?
Because wouldn't it
this
be
is
more-
such a Brittany Venti thing. Like I love Brittany Venti. She's great. She's interesting to talk to. She's very fun, very nice, all of that stuff. But when she starts talking about pornography, like I lose my mind listening
It goes
to her.
off.
'Cause
It goes off the deep end, man.
Is she
Yeah, it goes-
anti-porn?
Yeah,
She's
yes.
very against porn. Yeah.
Yes, and one of the things she'll suggest is the reason she's anti-porn is because the porn industry facilitates the black market of child pornography, and she says that actually the porn industry profits dramatically from child pornography, which is demonstrably not true. And it's like this weird sort of argument to go after child porn, which, you know, everybody except weirdos is against. And then to like conflate that with pornography.
With adult sexuality is weird. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't do that. Like, it doesn't matter, even if that were true to some degree, and I don't think it is, but even if it were, that does not address the main point, which is it moral or okay for adults to be looking at other consenting adults who are engaging in sexual activity for entertainment? The answer to that is up to you, but don't make it something else. It has nothing to do with child pornography or anything like that. God knows.
Or cut queen. Like,
Cut queen is weird too. Yeah, when she just said like, listen, some women get off on their men. Show me those women. I've never heard of a woman like that. The women are either intolerant of their men looking at pornography, or they're okay with it, but just leave me out of it. For the most part, or some people are just like, let's enjoy it together. I understand that too. Yeah. But like getting off on their men, is
well,
weird.
like a cut queen doesn't get off on her man watching porn. Like she would get off on her man with another woman, typically. Like that would be the cut queen thing. And I know someone who, I don't know if I could label them a cut queen, but they're in a very open relationship. And like they like the idea of their guy being with women who are either different ethnicities or something than them, because for them it's something they can never be, and so they like that. But I don't know that they're like, oh man, I really like get off to watching you with these other women. But I mean, they're in a mutual exchange relationship. We'll say like that's their thing to do, which is hard for me to grasp as a concept. Like,
same.
It's
what?
It's interesting to me, but I don't know how people navigate it and stuff like that. But it's nothing to do with porn, actually. I don't know that porn is even in the menu there.
I talked to Brittany.
No, it's not Drax, guys. Damn it.
I talked to Brittany about this, and I think the reason she sees it as cut queens is because she considers the like, if you consume porn as a man, you're cheating on your woman, like your girl.
Well, you could be. You have to know the rules of the relationship. Like in my marriage, it's okay, but I'm not allowed to go to strip clubs. That's a no-no. So, in other people's relationships, and I've accepted that, so I'm going to follow those rules. I'm not going to go to any strip clubs. In other people's relationships, it may be vice versa. It may be way more strict than that. You just have to ask your partner, your wife, like what's cool with her, like where she stands on that. And that's either a yes or no. The worst thing you can do is be like, okay, that's cool. I'm going to be in a relationship with you anyway, and still consume porn when she said no, still go to strip clubs. It's like Jonah Hill's rules for dating him. Remember how women went crazy about that? Like he's controlling. No, those are his rules. And either, you abide by them to be in a relationship with him, or essentially you're cheating. So, just figure out what those standards are and abide by them, or don't. Just make that decision.
I actually agree with that as well. I mean, like this is a conversation like my husband and I had to, like when we were getting serious, and I didn't care because at the time I watched porn too, so I was like, I don't really give a shit. But since then I've changed my mind on porn. I'm actually more on Venti's side than probably everybody else on this panel with regards to what porn is like for society. Like I don't like it, but it's something I choose not to consume on my own. I'm not like, let's get rid of porn like altogether for society because think of the children. Like I don't. Like that's everybody's business. Like porn is everybody's own business. If you want to consume it, go for it, but don't kid yourself that it's not doing bad things to young people's psyche or something like that, because it's so easily accessible now for the younger generation. That's kind of like where I stand. But I completely agree with you, EVS, about having that conversation with your partner. Like that is, I think that's something that's
and honestly, that's something like here's the thing about Brittany, by the way. If you're sitting there telling your man that he's not allowed to use pornography, which is masturbation, okay, that's what it's for, you better be prepared as a woman to take on his entire sexual needs. And I hate to put it that bluntly, but Brittany, guys need it every single day. Yep. And if you're going to deny him, a harmless outlet like masturbation, looking at pornography, then you better be prepared to handle his entire sexual, his needs as a man. And it's every day, bro. As Jake Paul once said with the Disney Channel flow, it's every day, bro. And if you're up for that, that's cool. I mean, that's really super healthy, but I don't know too many women who are like that. I really don't.
I don't either. Well, I mean, unless you count people like Jasmine.
Need a break, maybe Jasmine. I don't know.
And there's all sorts of ways for people to do this in their relationship. Nina, actually, we probably disagree less than you think on pornography. I've been coming around to the view that I do think it is overall. I think I get what Ethan's saying, and I agree with him a lot. Like that masturbation and like the male sex drive tends to be pretty much daily. There's no getting around it. But that being, and I don't think that masturbation is a harmful act or anything like that. But I do think that porn itself does cause issues for society, and especially like with how it progresses. But I think that within relationships, people can navigate this in multiple ways. Ethan saying, you better be prepared to take on the entire sex drive, or, part of that could be creating an intimate set of things that you share with your partner. That doesn't necessarily need to be, you guys having sex every day. But if you want to give him something to look at, you can do that. You can wear sexy lingerie. You can do boudoir shoots for your husband or whatever you want to do like that. Those options are out there for women to do. And so women who don't want their men watching porn should definitely listen to EVS, because he's 100% right. But you should really consider ways in which you can make yourself the object of his,
because the sex drive is not going to go away. Like the men are going to have a sex drive. That is something. I mean, everybody has a sex drive. I mean, women do too. It's just that a lot of women are very prudish about it. They want to pretend they don't have one, but they do.
Yep. Yeah, but men are just wired to need it daily.
Yeah,
I think there are very few days that go by that it's not going to occur to you that you need sex.
There are so many women.
Women aren't like that. I don't think women are.
I hear this EVS all the time, where there's so many women that, of course, they're single when they say this. This actually happened very recently with a mutual, where they're like, well, women need to understand that they need to serve their man, and like if he has any needs sexually, like they need to serve it. And I know for a fact that that woman within a 6 month to a year time will be seeing it all as a chore. And like when Nick's saying is like, come up with ideas, give them something to look at, you know, wear lingerie, do things like that, maybe personal photo shoots, stuff like that. But I feel now, depending on who you are, this obviously isn't universal, but I feel it would, if you are the type of woman that looks at it like a chore, like a lot of married women in America for damn sure do, then even those kind of acts will lead to resentment, because women will see, oh, this is just a chore and you're just using me for this and you don't care about anything else. Because you know how women are, where they want a more emotional and intimate connection, whereas men, you know, I mean, we want that too to some degree, but it's way more visceral and physical. So I've talked to so many women that are like, oh, I haven't had sex with my boyfriend in 6 months. And I'm like, why? She's like, well, I look at it as an entire, like a chore. And the only reason I do it eventually is because, you know, it's what I'm supposed to do, I guess, or it's, you know, it's expected. It's like, but you guys have sex every 6 months, like the once. And then she's like, I'm not okay with them watching porn. That's insane to me, bro. There is nothing quite like lighting a few candles, bro, and turning on something nice.
Yeah. Anna has the link, by the way.
What's up, Anna? How you doing? No, but you're right, Camelot. And I think so I can speak from experience on this in a different way than what people are expecting based on the context. But when Lady Rackets and I were in baby making season, right? We had lots of trouble with fertility at the beginning of our relationship. We had, I've talked about this plenty of times. We had 3 miscarriages in the first year of our marriage. Very, very, very hard to deal with that emotionally when you're trying to have a baby. And then after that, it was like a year and a half of there were just no pregnancies, which was wild. Like, so we got checked out. We're all completely healthy. But we had, you know, help with a fertility expert, kind of facilitating things. And we had schedules and all this crazy shit, tons of like research and reading on how to maximize your chances, all this stuff. By the way, I'm of the firm belief, if you want to maximize your chances, fuck like rabbits constantly every single day. Don't
every second.
Yeah. Don't be like, don't be like, well, I got to save up for an overnight thing. And no, you trust me, you've got more sperm and more's coming. Just keep trying.
Oh,
it's a numbers. It's like, you know, statistics, man. You just got to keep going.
What if you save up for a week and you've got the build up and it's just like, boom, I'm going to get one past the goal. Like, like that's because that's what I was saying yesterday. We were having a conversation about pregnancy, and I will tell you, like, Camelot and I talk about our pull-out game and how important that is. Like, men really need to learn when it's time to yank it, okay? Like, yank it out and then yank it, forward, if you know what I mean. Men need to know how to do that. But when I was ready, I remember, like, going, okay, we're going to do it, like, we're going to make a baby. Each time, both times, with 2 different women, my first wife, my second wife, my current wife, Andrea, boom, each time, got it right the first time. Got it right the first time, I believe it was, like, I think I might have even waited a week before that, but you're saying at some point, aren't you just, like, shooting, like, seminal fluid and not little squigglies?
No, you will have a lower sperm count per ejaculation, but over, the course of time, like, you're still ejaculating millions of sperm each time. Like, it's not like you just run out and you're running completely dry. So what you don't want to be doing is jerking off 20 times and then trying to have a baby. But my opinion is just fuck constantly. Don't think about it so much. Because here's the thing. Here's what I was getting to is when it would get to be time, like ovulations being monitored and all that stuff, it's like, okay, let's do this. Like, okay, let's do this is the least sexy approach to sex. And it's like, it does feel like a chore at that point.
You're calling your bed the old workbench. Like, that's
literally,
yes.
Right. Yeah. And that's actually the thing is one of the most known things about women and getting pregnant is the fact that they have to have an orgasm. Like if a woman has an orgasm, it's a lot more likely that you're going to get pregnant. So if you're like, just doing it and you're just shooting your shot and not giving her that,
that makes so much sense, Nina.
Moment, you're
That's
less
why I
likely to get pregnant.
Well, I never
That's
had
why
any
it's never
pregnancy
happened?
scares. Yeah.
That's why it's never happened. Exactly, Camelot.
That is
now
a
you know.
great strategy, guys. You want to just like fuck like rabbits and never get a girl pregnant on accident? Just never make her come.
Yeah, if she starts
Exactly.
moaning at all, you
Wasn't-
fucking stop.
Just be a
Camelot wasn't
selfish
meaning
lover.
to anyway, so it doesn't matter, dude. That is
Just do
brilliant.
what Cecil does every time in bed with Camelot.
Yeah.
Yeah, do the Camelot strategy too. If she starts moaning and starts to enjoy it, he just stops and then goes over and has sex with her boyfriend.
Oh my god. Okay, do we want to keep watching this moment or should I go back to where I was planning?
Well, you sure
no,
why
this
not?
is, well, I mean, either way, it's your show.
Let's see. This is not this one. It was what was it? Hold on. It was discussion of ethical management, no men versus women. What the hell was it? It was the age thing. Oh, there it is. Age refusal, shake my head. He's got it. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go.
Okay. RIP's in
my
the chat
God.
for Brittany's.
Okay, can you pause it real quick?
cat.
Real quick.
Yeah,
I just
hang
gotta
on,
say
hang on.
something.
And age.
Okay, go back like 10 seconds or whatever.
It's okay. What's up?
Well, I was just gonna say the chick in the Panzer hat is super cute, but that she looks retarded though. In that fucking hat. Like, what is going on with that?
The Panzer hat? Which one?
The chick in the helmet next to
I'm in my
whatever guy.
20s.
You
Oh,
gotta go.
Okay.
That
RIP's in the
chick.
chat
yeah.
for.
the thing about her, because I think, first of all, I think she works for the podcast. Like she's
Oh, okay.
co-host.
Asian
Yeah.
Britney Spears
Dude,
face. A
Dude,
little bit.
she was totally on Molly.
And
Yeah.
she,
whole show.
thank you, Camelot. 100% she was on Molly because at one point she's like going like this with her hair, and she's like, she just like starts rubbing her hair all over her face and just starts going off. And I was like, dude, that Molly just kicked in. Like she just, and her eyes went all wide, and she was just like sitting behind him, not saying a word forever. I was like,
Yeah.
dude,
She was
that
not
chick.
even. She didn't even have a mic. She was just back there, like, just rubbing everything and tripping.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Hey,
no,
guys,
no. Like,
I don't know what's going on.
exactly.
Perfectly normal for me.
That's what she was doing, Nick. It was hilarious. I
She's
was
the
like,
Kaiser. Look at her. Amazing. She looks great.
she's beautiful, but she was high as fuck. It was
Yeah, it's
Who
not,
is this guy?
she looks goofy in that fucking hat, but like she seems like she's cute. I didn't know she worked there. I've never actually watched this show. I only see the clips pop up, and I'm always
same.
like, okay.
I've never really watched this show ever, except for this time. I watched basically the full thing, and then I was like, "Why does everybody like this show? It's fucking terrible."
It
Who
is.
is this
It's
guy
hard.
who wants
so
to be
popular.
Nick Rekieta, though? Because he does look like he's trying to be Nick. a little
I
bit.
know. Look, like he's got the same haircut and everything.
What's
It's
his
a little
name?
shorter. His
It's
name
true.
is Brian.
Brian,
Yeah.
Brian something. I don't know
Do
what his
people
last-
all know who he is? Like, is he a famous YouTuber?
Yeah. His this show is like 4 million subscribers. It's
Yeah, man.
huge.
Yeah, 4.1 million or something.
Yeah. And the streams, like, they're like, people just watch this stuff all day. Like
Mhm.
this is a very popular show. I don't know, I guess. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to have like a losing format when you have typically a group of pretty women on the screen. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter how vapid they may be in the context of the show. If you put pretty women on a screen, you're going to get some viewers, right?
I think like my initial take of this podcast, like having watched the whole thing for this episode, was that first of all, he didn't do any research about his guests. Clearly, like he didn't know who anybody was. Like
Well,
he didn't know who
let's not
Anna
get
was.
Let's
He
not
didn't
get
know-
too hasty about research and guess.
But I mean, at the same time, like knowing somebody is good, like, you know, would be good with somebody else would be, you know,
Yeah.
that's what you want. You want that banter. So like he didn't get enough from Anna and Brittany. I think that they have a lot more to offer, especially Anna. But Anna also, like, I feel like because of what happened in this stage at the, like very early on, I felt like Anna shut down. And I know Anna because I've watched her content for so long and I've streamed with her. And I know when she feels uncomfortable like that, she kind of like, she's like, okay, I'm done. Like, you know, I could see that her wall came up, and I was like, this is not how you want to conduct an interview with someone when you're like, you know, you want them to open up, especially something like this podcast where you want them to get really open about certain things. And he just basically shut her down. And I was like, dude, that is like really weird. Of how you're going about this, and we're gonna see that right now. So here we go.
Brittany's cat.
Yeah.
RIP's in the chat. And age, please.
I'm in my 20s.
So 30.
I'm
No,
37.
she's not.
You're not 37. Come on.
Okay, 38.
But what's your actual age?
I'm in my 20s.
I was at her birthday last year.
20, 21, 29.
enough.
20 enough?
20 enough.
Isn't it? Hold on. Can I Google this? Let me see.
They
Brittany
might be able
Venti.
to.
Brittany
Yeah, famous
Venti,
birthday.
age 26 years old. Oh, you're born on Valentine's Day.
Apparently.
According to the internet, it could be wrong.
The internet's
Apparently I'm
always
26 and born on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
I like that new ID.
Okay, so Brittany Venti is 30 years old.
36.
I'm just watching this
36,
chick on
37.
Molly
What about
now
you?
because I'm enthralled.
I'm Sean. I have a YouTube channel called Think Before You Sleep. I am in my 30s. 32.
What was that look
and
Brittany
where-
gave
where's
him?
where
Like,
you're from?
are you going to say your age? Like, that was so funny.
I do have to point out something that Brian openly flirted with Brittany like the entire time, and she flirted back, and it was beautiful to watch in front of the other guy.
Is that what you think?
Aw.
You think that was flirting? They were just having a
100%.
conversation.
Oh, 100%.
When you're picking on girls like that, that is flirting. That's the way
100%.
that this guy is gonna hit on girls. He's hitting on Anna too. Well, you'll see that. But he's picking on them.
Women can never
like,
pick up on this shit.
I
No, they don't
never pick
understand
up
how
on this
guys
shit.
are.
I'm the worst. Go ahead. I'm sorry, VS. Go ahead.
You know, it's kind of like, how old are you, Nina? And Nina goes, I don't want to say. I'm in my 20s. You know, whatever. I go, oh, okay. Anyway, next. If I wanted to flirt with Nina, I would be like, yeah, 20 something. Are you? You're in your 20s somewhere. What's that? What do you mean? Like you're 48? Are you 50? How old are you?
Yeah, you're on your
picking
second.
On you.
You're on your second run through. Okay, that's cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
See, guys who don't care, who just kind of go, well, okay, so you're just saying you're all right.
I don't think it was like that at all. I thought he
It
was
totally
really annoyed
was.
with her. Well, with
No.
Anna. With
No.
Anna. He was
with
annoyed.
Anna. He was doing the same thing to Anna. Yeah, but it is a way of kind of trying to dominate a girl. By being like, your looks don't mean anything to me. I'm trying to let you know that I think you're stupid, but because I think you're hot. It's a weird kind of dynamic, but he's totally doing it. I saw the clip with Anna and I went, yep. Hi, Lila.
Hi.
How old are you, Lila?
I just had a birthday.
Happy birthday. Did you have a birthday, Lila? Is it your birthday? How many birthdays have you had?
Well, July 14th was my birthday, but I just turned 32.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Lila.
Thank you.
You know, that's so funny that you said that in the private chat, Nick, because if that's true,
Let me see.
if that's true,
Yes, that is correct. Yes,
he got
yes,
pissed
yes.
off. But see, that's the thing. I think he got even more pissed off at Anna because she said that she's engaged. When she showed the ring, he got pissed off. He was
He
like,
doesn't
"Oh,
care. That just would mean like more aggression. You know, he's somebody who is negging all these women. What do you call a guy that negs everyone, Lila? What do you call somebody who engages in negging?
Camelot.
Yes.
There's got to be a term for
no, that's
that.
Russell Hall."
Yeah.
I don't know what. No, I don't know what you call them.
Assholes?
Okay, good.
I don't
Maybe,
know.
yeah.
I think that's a
One
Give me
who
a minute.
negs.
Give me a minute, yeah.
Oh, I'm from New
Originally.
York, but
Okay.
I'm in Texas now.
Okay, so Brittany is in her 20s dating a 32-year-old. So, oh, no, but actually, no, you said you were 38. So
She's actually older than me.
yeah, it's like cougar kind of.
Will you
Is
shut up?
30 is late 30s cougar territory? Are you a cougar? Confirm or deny?
Hold on, there's a bug here. Got it.
Nice. That was like some Karate Kid. Let me get you some chopsticks. That was some Karate Kid shit.
It was
okay. See, now I see the flirt with that was some Karate Kid shit. Now I can't unsee it. Camelot. Thanks a lot.
Unfortunately, it's now all I see is autism. So now I don't even know what to do. Thank you, Lila. Thank you. Finally. Fuck. The first laugh the whole stream. Thank God.
Did you actually
What
get
is
it?
Lila
That was
drinking?
fucking
Lila's
good.
drinking like
Fucking reflexes. Okay, good
coconut
shit.
milk,
Sorry,
coconut
what?
water.
Mm.
Oh,
That's so
coconut
good.
water.
Yeah, coconut water is great.
So good.
It
for
is
you.
not. Why? God damn it, Ethan. Don't
Coconut
do this.
water,
Like,
dude.
I know you're doing your flirting thing or whatever, but
I
you
am.
don't
I'm
have to
flirting with Lila.
affirm. You don't have to affirm garbage like coconut
Oh.
water in the name of the flirting thing.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Here's why I say that. I actually one day I went, you know what? I don't know how to open a coconut. That's a life skill that I don't. What if I get lost on a desert island? So I watched a bunch of YouTube videos about how to open a coconut. Basically, it involves taking a screwdriver and punching through all 3 of the eye holes, like the bowling ball holes, and then smacking the side right at the right spot. It opens up perfectly into 2 pieces. And
Just like a woman.
But you can drain the water inside the coconut water. This is what I did. I put it over ice with a little vodka.
Oh.
It was delicious. It was fantastic.
I gotta be honest, Ethan. Like
I
coconut water tastes like like
I
if I got back from the gym and wringed out my ball sack.
That is not true
That's
at all.
not
That is
true.
a lie.
Oh my god.
That is a lie.
exactly
It's
what
not.
it
It's no. It's kind of sweet and.
Have you actually had
Wait a second.
coconut water from a coconut?
No,
Yes, me. I have.
I have
He
too.
hasn't.
Yeah, look, okay. To be fair, I was really hungover and I was taking some ibuprofen and there was some coconut water on the nightstand, and that was specifically the ball flavor. I don't know about a real
Well,
coconut.
whatever, but Lila's kicking back now. I'll tell you that. Lila's guzzling.
Maybe she likes it.
Camelot, whatever semen you drank wasn't coconut water. Okay,
I wasn't gonna say it, but
flavor.
Coconut water's texture is a little sus to me. That's all I'm saying.
It isn't. It's water. It's just water. That's all it is.
Just water.
It's good for
fuzzy
you.
water. It's
No.
fuzzy, weird water. It's got a
It's
strange
not.
coating.
It isn't. It's just
aftertaste.
rain. That's all
No,
this
it's
is.
not
rain.
rain, Ethan. It's rain mixed with weird shit inside a coconut.
Well, yes. You know.
They store coconut milk in the balls, apparently.
I cannot believe we're having this debate. That is hilarious.
I think
I
it's
also
good.
have this.
I got
What
one
is-
of those too,
what
Lila.
is that?
This
Water.
is my
Oh,
big
it's water. Okay.
Yeah, but look, it has
It's got
lemon
lemons in it. Yeah.
and mint leaves from the garden.
Yum.
I'll drink all of this.
Me
That's
too.
a lot of effort to put into water. Like you could just get it from a lake
Just-
or whatever.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I just have regular water.
Straight out the tap, baby. Come on. Turning the frogs gay. I'm all about it.
Oh my god. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I won't grill you guys too much on that. Go ahead.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay, can you hear me?
Oh,
Is it
Anna.
working?
Bro, hello.
Okay, hello.
Bro, hello.
Okay, my name's Anna. I do YouTube. I am a freelance artist for AAA Gaming, and I own my own business. And I do cosplay and sell calendars on Indiegogo.
And I am an
Age.
Aquarius.
I am in my 20s. I do not give out
Bro,
information
you guys are dorks.
that
Why
dox
can't you? Why
myself.
don't you guys share your age?
Because I don't give out information that'll get me.
Why are you wearing a winter coat indoors?
Why would your age get you?
In Santa
In the
Barbara.
summer? Yeah, like
All the other girls have their shoulders are out. You can tell it's warm out. This guy's dressed like he's fucking fighting the Russians in 1941. I mean, what the fuck?
It's what bothers me about this is so women on the internet do get like these different sort of criticisms and criteria for what they do. It doesn't really matter how old a guy is on the internet, but part of the business model for women on the internet is some level of mystery around who they are, especially age-wise. Like, because some people, for whatever reason, will be like, oh, 35, I don't want to listen to you anymore for a woman, which is a strange thing. Like, because if you're going to simp for a woman, like, I don't think you should care how much, what her age is. Like, you're not trying to get her pregnant. But there's something about it where, like, guys, I get it. I get it for Brittany and Anna why they don't want to give precise ages, because guys get fucking weird.
Yep.
Like, guys get weird with us too, but I mean, with women, it's worse.
well, and she goes on to explain her reasons why, but then it's not good enough for the dude. So that I'm like, just move on, dude. And he just doesn't move on. And that was the main issue for me. Is like, okay, I get that you want to get him in a gotcha or whatever, but that's not moving. Like, it's not happening. So just move on. But he wouldn't.
When I
Birth
think
certificates. Go ahead.
he may be also angling for the past the wall reacts from the audience when they if for example she has a take that they don't like and she was like 33 or 34, they'd be like, oh, wall comes for all or whatever. Like, it's
right
in this weird like relationship commentary community. There are a set of rules and audience appeal that is also considered on his end. That's why he wants the age.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, to prove if their opinions are dumbfounded or
Right, because if they're 20, they're too young to know anything, and if they're 30, they're too old and their eggs are dead. Thank God.
Exactly.
Right. And the point behind the doxing thing, to add a little bit of a layer to that, now this is stupid and old drama past. But when people thought that I actually posted a picture of Pippa, like the VTuber, like people actually thought for some reason that was actually her. There was people on the message board that follow that were devastated that she was above the age of 13 or 14.
Oh my God, ew.
They were like, she looks like she may be in her 20s, and they were all like pissed about it because the entire allure around the character is that she's underage.
Oh God,
that's the whole
that is
lolly.
gross.
It's the lolicon deal. I mean, that's just how it is.
I know, but I don't like it. It's gross.
So that's the point. Is if like Nick said, if they found out that a certain female that they enjoy watching is not 24, she's 31 or 32, they'll be less likely to engage or consume that content, which is not fair. I can see why it's just the way of the world when it comes to like mating or being in relationships or meeting people, but when it comes to just consuming content, it's not really very fair that if you just happen to have a higher number, the simps in your chat may not support you as much, so that's why they wouldn't do that. And plus, if they're able to find actual information on you and able to correlate age that you were given on this show, they could dox you that way, get you swatted, stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that go into it.
Yeah, the swatting is weird. What Anna goes into, and this guy's just not buying. Like, look at his face. He's just like, nah, I'm not buying this bullshit.
Birth certificate? What?
There's all kinds of ways to dox.
Yeah.
It's really easy.
So yeah.
How about okay,
on my channel, I say I'm 9. That's an ongoing joke.
Weird. Okay.
It's okay.
I've never heard. I don't think giving your age would.
It does, because then they would know what year you're born, and then they can verify.
I like that Brittany backdrop.
Everyone's birth certificate is public, so if anyone just pays the fee, they can look it up. So
this is now an internet safety class.
I know. So yeah, just stuff like that don't give out.
But I mean, couldn't you argue, for example, like A-list celebrities are very much could potentially be subject to doxing, yet it's public information.
They have security though.
Do they?
Well, I swear to God, J-Lo turned 35 like 3 years in a row, so it seems like some of them are.
Why? This is a boring subject. Why is he still going?
That's what I'm saying. He just keeps going on, and it's like, dude, this is the first 6 minutes of your show, and you're stuck on this. Like, move on.
Look at Pouty Chick on Molly. I'm gonna laugh every time.
And yet this chick is like, what the fuck? By the way, this girl doesn't say a fucking word the entire time. I was like, why are you even here? Like, I don't understand why she's even there. She doesn't say anything the entire podcast.
She looks like everybody who annoyed the shit out of me in college.
Her choice of outfit is also questionable.
Interesting. Yeah. I like the color for some reason.
I like the color, but like...
Oh, no, the cutouts. No, don't do a cutout. No, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Do not do a cutout if you're over about 110 pounds. Like, don't do it.
No. Especially not for a sitting podcast. If you're doing a standing podcast, sure. But if you're doing sitting...
no, ma'am.
No.
Some of this stuff, public information.
It is.
Right. Well, no, I mean, your birthday isn't it like out there?
Look, he's like looking.
It might be a lot.
What the fuck?
Are you doxing us live on air?
How is it doxing if it's
screen share?
Okay, all right.
It's just so weird.
I mean, it's already publicly available, isn't it?
I don't think so. No one's gotten it right.
You haven't been able to find it, dude.
You said your name's Anne? Anna?
No, Anna.
Oh my God, he got her name wrong.
No, that's a good nagging thing too.
Yeah, like what's your name? I've never heard of you.
Okay. Oh my God, is that a negging thing? See,
yes, absolutely.
That.
Yeah, come on, Tina, get with the program.
Come on.
See, this is good to talk to dudes because I'm retarded when it comes to this kind of shit.
He's only doing this. Girls are just like, I don't understand. Like, why is he being like this? Maybe it's me. Blah, blah, blah. All these thoughts that you're having that are frustrating are more likely to put you in his bed than him complimenting you. You just don't really. You're so intrigued that you're doing this show right now, going over it. You'll fuck this guy.
Like you hate him so much that you're like, I will
so much. Yeah, that's.
I will take you to bed because I hate you.
No, because he perplexed you. You don't understand what he's doing, and your only way to conquer him is with your vagina. This is how women work. I'm telling you, he knows what he's doing. Us guys are watching him and going, "Shut up, dude," because we know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Women don't. Women are just like,
Women
"Sir, why?
don't.
Why did this happen to us? Can we suck you off to fix it?" Like that's kind of what's going on right now. And you're still trying to master the situation. There's nothing more. He is acting like an asshole to fuck these girls. That's all it is.
Oh my God, that's cool.
Period.
I love it. I love this being. See, this is breaking the narrative for reals. Like this is okay. Great content.
The reason I push
keep
back
going.
on the age refusal is
You need to know how many eggs we have left.
Oh, that thing. No,
not
I'm
really.
in my 20s.
But it's just like, okay, if you're not prepared to share your age, what?
Well, I mean, I'll share other things, but I just don't want something that'll get me doxxed.
But I mean, wouldn't I've never heard of someone getting doxxed because you know their age.
It's a thing. Just
she's like, can
stay
we
off
just
of
move
keyboard
on?
Wait,
first.
didn't Destiny's wife not say her age though when she was on here?
I don't recall.
I'm pretty sure.
Good lawyer
Maybe
answer.
someone could like.
But
check it.
isn't she under immigration process or something? Because I know that it can. If it gets out there,
if what gets out
like
there,
privacy
that
issues.
if that information gets out there, you're undergoing.
That chick looks like no
immigration.
matter
Let's say
how
somebody
hard some
decides
guy was
to,
going at
like,
her, she would never look like satisfied or impressed.
This girl. Yeah, she's a hardcore righty, by the way. And she was like, at one point, she was like screaming at Venti, like, "Who are you voting for? Are you voting for Trump?" And she was like, "The
She's
fuck,
very
man? Like,
Russian. Honestly, that's, yeah.
She's
I would
from
go
Quebec.
for her out of everyone there.
She's a
from
French
Quebec?
Canadian. She's
Oh,
from Quebec.
shit.
Yeah.
Well, she
I know.
strikes me as like cold and impassive and cruel.
Ethan's like, I'll be the next person to disappoint her.
Yes. Right.
You want to change her, don't you, E?
I'd want to be ordered around by her a little bit. Yeah. Like
I
that's
can see
whole
her
vibe.
like as a dom for sure.
Yeah.
There we go.
Still, that identity somehow is just because you're going through the immigration.
like her getting
process.
doxxed.
Or identity stolen for immigration purposes.
Yeah, I mean, getting your information out there always has that risk in general too.
I know because I immigrated here, so that was my main concern was that if somebody would steal that, that's an expensive green card, so.
I don't mean to sound stupid, but what is dox? What is that slang?
Like
for?
somebody gives out all your personal information, so it's like your social,
love
where
her.
you live, your phone number, everything about you.
Oh,
Yeah, so
they
if
can
you
give
know what like
white people
swatting
shit.
is, so like somebody will call the cops and
There's
they'll
so
be like,
many
this
bad
person at
jokes.
this address
I
is
know,
going to
dude.
do this thing, and the cops show up and
You don't see
And
black
they
people
arrest your ass.
doxing each
No,
other. You don't
like,
see that
so-
happening in their community, do you? That doesn't
No.
happen
Yeah,
with black
that's
people.
that's white collar crime. We
That's
drive-
why
we
she
drive
says
by
that.
dox people.
That's why she's so confused. She's like, we don't do that in the hood. What the fuck are you guys
Yeah,
You
dude,
just
like-
shoot them.
Yeah,
Take their
exactly.
ID.
White people
They just
shit.
show up and kick your ass. They don't even fucking play around.
Yeah.
it's people's dogs have gotten killed because the cops think that something's going, so they'll just break into your house and try to stop whatever is bad happening. People do bad things, so
fuck.
I just
That's why
try to
we have
avoid
a
it.
Second Amendment.
I'm sorry, did I irritate you
Depending
already?
on the state, apparently.
Yeah,
A little
look
bit,
at
but
that.
if-
Look
I'm-
at that look. He is so mad at her. Look at that. Look at that look.
I'm sorry, did I irritate you
Depending
already?
on the state, apparently.
A little bit, but if
I'm sorry.
I am just letting you guys know if like there's any like it is a little.
You've disappointed daddy.
I'm not
and
sure
you know
if I'd
what
buy
girls do
the-
when they
I
disappoint
don't want
daddy.
to be-
They have to fix it.
They have to be. Oh, I
That's
thought you
all
were gonna
this
say
is, ladies.
They have to be spanked. Oh shit. Okay.
Why do we have to tell them
Dogs.
this, Nick?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm.
But
Maybe
you
it's
know
because they're
I'm
just
right.
so dumb they don't get it. I don't know. Prove me wrong, ladies.
I don't even know how old I am.
His game is so like transparent that it's just like,
You know what isn't transparent? All those goddamn layers. How is he doing that? I would be melting. They
Yeah, I
got
know.
Yeah, dude.
studio lights. Everybody
Is
else
that-
seems comfortable
is he
in normal
deliberately
clothes.
trying to look like a Russian soldier, like or German soldier? I mean, World War I. Like that he was wearing the hat originally. Is that what that is? And he put it on the girl.
I have
don't
no
know.
idea.
That must be it. Like he came in like I'm a German World War I soldier, and then she took the hat off his head.
There's no
There's no
studio
studio-
lights.
Oh, what? There's a lot of light though. I guess it's
Oh,
just
probably-
a well lit room.
Yeah, fluorescent.
It's a well lit room because all of that is outside windows. See, if you look over here.
Oh,
this
that's
is
not
all
gonna make
outside.
it colder. Holy shit! That'll make it even hotter.
Wasn't it live like at fucking 1 a.m.?
They went for 5 hours, dude. It was so it became nighttime by the end of it.
Because I
Look at her
don't
grabbing
think,
that mic stand.
I don't
Bam.
think simply by virtue of stating
wants
an
it.
age, not I don't think because you just go 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. It's such a small metric that someone could just like.
Yeah, but like using that logic, we shouldn't put locks on our doors because they could just be broken, right?
What?
It's like a deterrent. It makes it harder. It doesn't mean it'll stop people, but it
Yeah,
does make it
anti-doxing is
harder.
more about making things harder.
I suppose, but
You mean I suppose?
I question if that's the genuine reason. As to why
No,
you-
it is. So I already had to move because of problems. So I just don't want to go through all that.
He has
again.
all their attention.
Okay, fair enough.
100% like
I'll
little
let it slide,
ducklings.
but my
He's letting it slide.
hesitation with this is because when people are so unwilling to share such a basic biographical
Well, you saw
information.
Slash.
Hold on.
Benny Chan donated $99. These no-age beaches are annoying as hell. P.S. Maddie is dead. Always have her on Brian.
That
That was
Benny
his
Chan,
friend
thank you,
who
man.
did that.
My concern is just
It's all part of
if
the game.
You're so unprepared to
Must
just
be.
provide like a basic biographical information, a piece of information about you. Are you going to be like having a good faith conversation with us and like being willing to share other, engage in?
I will,
the
just don't ask me, like,
dating-related
my
conversations?
address.
Well, you saw our IDs before the show, though.
Well, you guys showed me your Costco cards or whatever. The fuck.
I should
Your
have
birthday on the ID.
Here, okay, here. I'll do something. Ask me a very personal question. I'll answer it.
No, we're gonna move on. Go ahead. What about you?
Ooh, see, that's the thing. Like, she was like, okay, I will give you a personal question. You want personal information? Let me. And he's like, he just shut her down. He's like, nope, we're moving on. And it was like, that's where I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? Like, he's such a terrible host, at least for like what he's trying to do when like
Yeah,
it's
it's really
icebreaker
awful.
moment. I don't know.
You should think harder about it. You should try to fix him.
Should go on his show and show him how it's done.
No.
See all the women, like you look at
Never
them and they're
going
like,
on that show.
all of these women are like daughters, his kids, his little girls that are just like, did we disappoint you, daddy? Like, we're trying to explain ourselves to you. And he's like, no. To me, like, this is, and he has all their attention. I'm telling you, ladies, this is how it works. This is how men control you. This is how Andrew Tate has a flock of you. This way.
Oh my gosh.
It's amazing. It's fun to watch, I guess, but I mean, don't get upset about it. He's doing what he's doing. Everybody, all the guys in the chat right now are like, he's really bad at negging. I disagree because we're still talking about this video 5 days later and trying to sort it out. I figured it out in 5 seconds. The girls on the internet are still confused about what happened to them. You were mind raped by this guy.
Oh my god. Okay, let's go to. By the way, my StreamYard, is it glitched for you guys too, or is it just for me? Because it stopped doing the chat. Like, so the chat's not moving anymore. For
No,
me.
I just watched the one on the channel and pop it
on the
out.
channel. Yeah, this
Yeah.
So the chat's not moving for.
I don't
for
trust
me anymore.
StreamYard chat. It
I
freezes
never
out,
use the
so.
StreamYard chat.
It's annoying. Okay, here we go. This is the next bit because this is where they move on from the age thing. Now, onto Strawgate. Now, I was able to get this little bit here about 2 hours 47 minutes in. We go into this bit where I caught this. Anna was doing the Mio thing. That she does. We're very weird. You guys know we love her. She's weird. She likes her Mio.
Weird's a damn understatement when it comes to Anna.
Yeah.
I mean, but we know her and we love her. But so she did it once already. Now I'm gonna play it from here because I can't get it closer.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's wild.
Okay, so this is because Brittany came and burped. Okay.
Oh my god, yeah, that's a Brittany thing.
So Brittany burped, and this dude just was like, "Oh my god, what the hell's that burp?" And then so he got distracted by what Anna did because watch Anna.
Be out of wedlock. So
Baby mama is not.
Holy
dictionary.
fuck. Oh my god.
Baby mama's a
Bless you.
slang. It doesn't mean.
That's
I mean-
impressive.
Yeah, that's wild.
Keep your eyes on Anna.
Okay.
But still.
Is it like a gastrointestinal thing or?
I don't know.
Is it all the time or?
She's getting that
when I
Mio
drink
out.
things.
When you drink things?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if I
She
eat
took her
certain
teeth
acidic
to
foods,
it.
So maybe it's like reflux.
Okay.
It's supposed to be alcohol last night.
Do you burp in your sleep?
No.
I wonder if it's worse for someone to be a snorer or sleep burper.
Oh, who's this
Can
new
you
girl?
burp in your sleep? I assume you can.
Oh
I
yeah.
said no.
So
He
there,
will-
there she
Is that
goes. There
possible
she
to
goes.
burp?
She's
Is it hot?
steering
Probably
the
not.
thing
Are
with
you
her
neutral?
finger, but this
I'm
time he
neutral.
didn't
Okay.
say anything.
Well, it's not like I can control it. Earlier, you could see I'm trying to cover it, but like I can't. Like
Yeah, that's
sometimes I
fine.
try to mute it and it gets more bass.
So
That's
how
the
was
worst
school
part.
for you? Was
Oh,
school
shit.
fun? Did you?
I don't think it was happening when I was that young. I think that
Oh.
So
happened
that was
over,
the
like-
first time. And then it was because he was distracted by Brittany's burp. He didn't call her out on it. But then we go to 3 hours and 57 minutes. So this dude has been holding that in for like an hour. And then Anna does it again. And this time he's just like, what the fuck?
Standards, it's good to have high standards. I agree with high standards. I think you have something like good going for yourself. It's like, I don't know. I feel like you describe yourself as like, do you see yourself as a high value man or like, I mean, I don't like that word, but you know what I mean?
There's different.
Like the,
Yeah. So I don't like just a across the board word like that. I don't like this idea.
Would you consider yourself a good candidate or somebody that has like
I think in some realms of endeavors I am, and in others I'm not. I think in some realms, for example, I think when it comes to my success, finances, I think I'm doing fairly well.
This guy's something else. Nick, I don't like this dude.
I could be, for example, I
maybe I like him. I
could
don't
be
know.
in a little better physical shape. I think I have my head on.
He gets real
screwed on
uncomfortable
fairly
when he's
well.
doing the rate
I
yourself
don't drink. I
thing.
don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't go to bars. I don't go to clubs. I don't party.
Nerd.
So in certain
Yeah, what a
areas,
nerd.
yes,
The girl in the background's like,
I think
Look
This
at
new
this girl.
it's hard to say.
Oh, she's about to fall asleep. She's high, but the new girl is a high value female.
well, I would just
Look at how
like
she
you have
doesn't
like
care.
something good going for you right
Everyone
now.
else
like,
has
your
his
show is
attention.
doing
now the girl in the back
really
is
good, and honestly,
killing
it's
me.
better to. I
Fucking
know that like,
hilarious.
there's some people in the chat that said it's like better being like in the desert than
what did
having
she
a
take?
nagging wife. I just say better being alone and in
That's
bad company.
Proverbs 21:19.
Here we go, here we
by
go.
the way.
That one.
Yep.
Well,
don't
better being
quote
alone and in
Proverbs.
bad company. So it's like you have high
Watch, watch,
standards.
Bro, look at
just-
this fucking psycho. What are you doing?
I hate the taste of water.
You're no. It's not even about you. Like you poured like a. What did you pour? in?
Oh yeah, Mio, you haven't had that,
Bro,
Pretty
but
good.
bro, you're stirring it with your
bro.
finger.
Yeah,
you're
what
fucking
else is to touch
psycho.
you?
I'm not gonna touch you with
Bro,
it.
that no, it's
It's
just like
water.
Let her have a straw.
bro, but it's
I
just
know
like,
exactly. Thank you.
You said we
Thank
can't
you.
have straws.
Guys,
Could have
he took
subtle,
my
but you have to
straw
cut it
away.
off.
did you
I want
wash
you-
your hands before?
Yes, I just went to the bathroom.
This is fun.
Okay, I'm just kind of a germ. I'm like I'm
You
on,
made your bed by taking your straw.
on your behalf. On your
Did.
behalf. I'm
You
kinda-
took my straw. I asked for it and you took it.
Yes, ban.
And I
ban.
told you I wasn't going to sit.
This is an
until you-
authoritarian
Just
regime.
looking for the gotcha Twitter clip by taking her straw away.
Yeah, exactly. How dare you? You took my straw. I said I needed it.
But yeah, my point is, if you view yourself that way, where you're like, I'm not sure.
Is this part of the negging, guys? Because he was holding that for like an hour.
He had all
he
your
saw
attention.
it.
All these girls are just like, oh, no, I don't, no. And he's just like, oh, psycho, bro. He's calling Anna bro, which is weird. All of this is just negging. And I liked when he was describing himself as whether or not he was high value, he said, I'm not in great physical shape, but I am successful and have a lot of money. And the women are all looking at him, just like, what? Okay, let me see. Everything this guy's doing is a bullseye. Absolutely amazing. He's doing great.
He was Venti was trying to catch him in a gotcha with that because he has like such high standards when it comes to like getting chicks. Because he was saying like he doesn't want the chick that he's dating to have Instagram or anything like that, and she was like, "Are you sure? Like that's the kind of girl like that you're gonna be able to find someone like that?" And he's just like, "Yeah, like that."
Every single one of these girls would sleep with him if they thought they were the only one. Every single one
Not
of them.
Anna. Anna wouldn't sleep with him. What are you talking about?
I
Well,
don't
Anna's
think
a
Anna
little
would.
weird, maybe. Yeah.
Anna's a weirdo, but I mean,
But,
every other one of them is like completely engaged, and yet he also does still have Anna's attention. Like Anna's like, I don't understand, why isn't this guy overwhelmed by me and how awesome I am? And he called me a psycho for stirring my drink with my water. That's weird.
Did you know that he came into her chat the other night when she was explaining what was
bet.
going on with her?
Yeah,
I saw the replay and I was
Ethan,
like,
I love you. Oh, bet he did. Bet he came into her chat, definitely.
yeah, he did. Okay,
Yeah.
next.
Just happened to be watching.
Very entertaining part of the podcast was when Black Girl goes off about relationships in the hood. So I marked that part down because I was like, we should definitely check this out because she didn't talk at all and she really should have talked more. Let's see.
Oh, tripped out, girl.
Yo. Compton. You said you're from, did you say South Central?
Well, I was born in Compton,
Compton.
raised in South Central LA. What's good, baby?
Yo, what is the dating meta? What is the dating meta in South Central, in Compton? How does it move?
I would love to bring you out there, baby. Show you around.
I think would you think it's safe for me?
Oh my Christ! No, it ain't. But
I mean, it's better than it used to be. But
we could go in the daytime, early morning before the gangsters wake up.
That's true.
Look at Ecstasy Girl.
Yeah, they don't get up until about 2 p.m. So you feel me? We'd be good. We go before then.
That's true.
All this stuff we talking about on here, though, it's like so irrelevant in the hood.
Is it some white people shit?
Yeah, it really is.
Are we talking about some white people
It
shit?
really, it's so irrelevant. Like all this baby mama, baby daddy, like debating on if that's a bad thing to say, a good thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was like an hour-long conversation, maybe more. Camelot, you watched it too, about the definition of baby mama and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing to call someone a baby mama, and what exactly is a baby mama.
Dude, I muted the fuck out of that. Because there was like the one girl with the weird accent, and she was like, "That's so offensive to cuss." I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck. And I was like, muted it. I was like, you shitting me? You shitting me?
It was so stupid because it was like, are we really talking about this for like 2 hours? Like,
and
seriously?
No shit. No, I unmuted it. I was playing WoW. I finished a few quests, and I was like, oh fuck, this show's still on. Unmute it, and she's like, baby mama, and I was like, mute it again. I was like, can't believe this shit talking about this dumb shit.
It was, and this girl was silent the whole time, and now she's like, yeah, it's a fucking freaks, weirdos.
Who gives a fuck in the
okay,
hood?
then
That's
I have
what
a
it
question
is.
for you then. So in the hood, somebody that sorry,
Wait, Byron, can you just scoot into the table?
Byronique,
like, is it like if like a guy that doesn't pay his child support? How is it?
Well, first off, in the hood,
that's just a guy in the
guy
hood.
probably cannot be put on child support. Because I'm gonna give you an example. My homegirl from back in the day, you feel me? She got pregnant by the guy. The guy didn't want the baby. She said he was going to school at the time she got pregnant. He was going to school to be a fireman.
Oh, these ladies.
When he found out she was pregnant and she threatened him, she said, okay, you want to play me and say this ain't your baby? I'm going to prove it's your baby. We're going to do a DNA and I'm going to put that child support on your ass. Do you know he stopped going to school to be a fireman? Because he knew they would be taking so much of that damn fireman check because, you know, they get paid well, right? He gave that scream up and start slanging in the hood because that way
he was slanging dick.
Well, look, I don't know if he was slanging. I heard he was slanging.
Okay, I don't know why he took it there. Can you guys explain that part to me? Like, because he knew clearly well what she meant by slanging. Why does he have to bring dick into it? I don't get it.
This is what we call in Alabama, and it's kind of starting to spread to the other states and other parts of the world. But that's what we call a joke.
Yeah.
It was just a terrible joke.
Yeah, it was just a joke, and
It was
he's
a
just
great
trying
joke,
to be like,
actually.
yeah,
It's a
you know,
fantastic
I'm not afraid to you know talk
See,
about.
Lila knows. All right.
Lila's never told a joke in her life.
But to be fair, Camelot, Lila's laughing at you, not with you.
Oh, that makes
I'm
sense.
laughing with him.
Yes.
Damn it, Lila! Come on.
What's he slanging?
He was slanging. Come on, Brian.
What was he slanging?
What's slanging?
Y'all don't know what slanging is, girl. You lived in the hood. What's that?
Slanging dick.
Oh,
okay.
He's slanging
If you
some
want to
dick.
say he was slanging dick, he was slanging. But I ain't finna get all in the man. But just know he gave up the fireman dream. he starts slanging
You
on
know
the
they
corners,
get
that
paid
thing.
well.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because now the court, when she try to go to court and get child support on paper, that man don't work. He don't got no job.
just trying
So
to
guess what? Now he's
frazzle.
beating the system. Now she cannot get no child support from his ass.
What happened to
So you understand
the
what I'm
Molly
saying?
chick? Where'd
Things
she
work
go?
differently in the
She
hood.
went to do
People
more
find
Molly.
ways to get around things. You understand?
She's
what
walking
I'm
around in the
saying? We
background.
hood
Look,
She's right
she's
there.
in the
She's right
reflection.
there. Look at there. She is. It's her reflection.
She found her way right up there under the Can you
She's
see it?
drinking something.
I believe you.
Press play. Rewind by like a couple seconds.
Let
You
me
see her
let me make
running
the
around.
screen like full size so I can.
Okay, hold on.
Then now I can see
Check,
better.
because you know they get paid well, right?
All right, now watch
He-
the reflection.
He gave that dream up and started slanging in the hood because that way
He was
on
slanging dick?
paper, well, look, I don't know if he was slanging. I heard he was slanging.
Was he
something else.
slanging?
He was slanging. Come on, Brian.
Come on.
What was he slanging?
Oh, the girl goes
Y'all don't know what
drugs.
slanging is, girl. You lived in the hood. What's that?
Slanging dick.
Oh,
I do
love
love
black
her.
people.
I
He's
do. I
And
don't
someone
care.
said he was
I love
slanging
her.
dick.
There she
He
is.
was
She
slanging
popped
dick.
up.
There she
Get
is.
all in the man. But just know he gave up the fireman dream.
It's the
He
same view
started
as the
slanging
French
on the
had in
corners,
World War
that
One
thing. You
trenches.
understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because now the court, when
That's
she
why
try
they,
to go to court
got
and
in
get
trouble.
child support on paper, that man don't work. He don't got no job. So guess what? Now he's beating the system. Now she cannot get no child support from his ass. So you understand what I'm saying? Things work differently in the hood. People find ways to get around things. You understand what I'm saying? We hood street smart. You understand?
Damn.
Sometimes
Yeah.
street smart is
Yeah.
better than being book smart. I just want to let y'all know that.
See, I would just not ask, so I
Oh, there
wouldn't
she
get in
is.
trouble.
Okay.
But what if he goes to prison? Is that like a good? What's he gonna do then?
What you mean if he go to he can't pay child support if he in prison either?
Slanging might involve some good life.
Yeah, slanging might
Well,
involve
look,
some
that's
prison
that's
time.
what it is in the hood. We understand that's stupid. We understand that's not the right choice. We understand that's not smart. But these are the risks that motherfuckers in the hood is willing to take.
Damn.
And it's simple as that.
You
It's
know why I like these
pettiness.
women?
Look at her.
Oh, look at them.
Severe. That
But
is
that's
Pause
why
for a
you
minute.
have to be careful.
Hang on.
See, I don't.
You got to watch these women and realize that as this conversation's happening, what's going on in their heads is like, we're all prospective mothers. And some of these men out there that are going to give us babies, they're not going to take care of us. And they're going to make weird choices that are going to put us in trouble. And their little faces as they're hearing about this man giving up on his fireman dream because firemen get paid well and then slinging in the hood instead and not taking care of their babies. It's really sad. They all relate to each other. I love women. They're so cute. They're just like, he wouldn't take good care of me and my baby that he put in me. It's very, especially the girl in green back there. I don't know who she is, but she's reacting to that story with a lot of empathy.
Because she's actually a mom, and I guess her husband died. She's like a widower.
Oh
So
my God!
now-
Did I call that?
Talk about a deadbeat dad.
Yeah, so
Jesus.
now she's back to doing OnlyFans because her
Oh,
husband died, and now
now she's back to
Fucking
doing
women.
OnlyFans.
now she's a sad
That is
mommy.
so sad. Link
she
me to
wants
that
to
in the
provide-
private chat. Link me to that.
Get out of jail free card at OnlyFans.
Instead of slanging in the hood, she's slanging her goods online on OnlyFans.
Oh my God!
Every time I try to be compassionate towards women, they
They're
remind me how
whores.
fucking easy life can be.
She's doing just fine. Actually, there was a whole segment in this podcast about her because she wanted to talk about how moms
This is horrible.
don't have a problem getting a man, like single moms like that. Like she wanted to bust the myth that single moms can't get a man. And
I mean, they can get a man. It's just not going to be a man they want.
she said she's gotten any man that she wanted.
Well, that's because she's fishing.
What,
in
the
damn
woman in
shallow
green
pool.
said that?
Yeah, the woman in green.
Yeah, but she didn't marry him though, right? Like,
no.
I think that's what people are like. That's the disconnect. It's like, sure, guys will sleep with single moms if they're hot, like, or even if they're just,
if they're
not
a six,
disgusting.
they're a six, they're getting it.
But
but did I call that though? I want you to just note how great I am because I was like, I sensed so much empathy on her face.
Yes,
listening to
you
the story
did.
about the fatherless,
You 100%
situation.
called it. That's why I
And
was like,
that's
I'm
who she
amazed.
is.
I'm
Yeah.
amazed. But then again, I think you probably watched the podcast and you.
I didn't.
might
No,
have
I
known
did
that.
not. I swear to God, I did not. I watched a little clip of Anna getting negged about the straw thing, and I thought that was completely gay. But no, this is the first time that I'm watching the whole thing. It's so sad.
But
Well,
you
I mean,
you called it. You called it. You have very good observational.
But I didn't think the OnlyFans thing. That didn't occur to me. Like when you said that was like a sucker punch. I still am naive. I still want to think that women are basically good.
See, that's what
and
we're both
virtuous.
naive about, because I thought that guy was just being a dick, but apparently he's negging them to get him to sleep with him, and I was totally
correct.
naive about that.
Yeah.
But you're naive about not thinking that all of these bitches have OnlyFans, except for Brittany and Anna.
Anna doesn't know.
Yeah, but
That
everybody
sucks.
else does.
I
Actually,
mean-
I don't know if she does either. I don't think she has an OnlyFans.
That's what's great about Brittany, man. Is Brittany would absolutely never put any part of her that could be sexualized in the forefront in thumbnails to get people to click on it.
Yeah, she's great.
She'd never do that.
I think
By
he's
the
being
way,
sarcastic.
Did you?
I
I
can't
know.
appreciate that.
I know. She was, or he was.
No,
By the way, did
Alabama
you guys
hasn't invented
see?
sarcasm.
Did you guys see the thumbnail for this? Can you guys explain to me that what the fuck the thumbnail was about? Like, because I was like,
No, what's the thumbnail?
what the hell? They've taken a picture that's like, I don't know, 7 years old of Brittany, and they have one that is like 4 years old picture from Anna, and they've swapped out her bikini top photo, like they swapped the color because she's wearing a yellow bikini top, but they swapped it out to this weird pink color. And I'm like, I don't understand why you would do this to her picture, because
Oh, that's weird.
I don't see it.
it's just a really odd.
Show us.
Hold on, let me pull it
Pull
up.
it up. Pull
Well,
up the bikini.
No, give me a second. I'll pull it up on mine. That way you don't have to like.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank
Take
you.
yours down. Here we go. Present. Wait 1 second. Let's bring it over here. And holy shit. Okay. Share screen. This one. Here's the thumbnail.
There it is.
Oh, here. Let me. Oh no!
No, there it is.
Oh yeah, that's Anna's head, but that's wait a second.
That's
Have I-
Anna's body. She's
That's
wearing
Anna's body.
She's wearing a yellow swimsuit top in the original, or a yellow bra top or whatever in the original. I remember because I was on Flashcast when she put that one out. We were making fun of her for it. But yeah, so they color swapped it to pink, and that's is that the head that or the face that she was making?
It
in the
doesn't
picture?
feel like it.
It was.
matches.
They made a
It
mistake.
was.
They should have made it red.
Why even swap the color? I just don't even get that though.
It's
They wanted to attract.
Yes. See, Lila knows everything, bro. So, that color specifically, that in neon green, is the highest click color in thumbnails for click.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
The girl in the middle, I like her a lot. She's like, oh, look, I'm not even gonna try.
Her name is, she's an ultra feminist, EVS.
Ultra.
Yeah.
You can change her, Ethan.
Yeah, she called herself an ultra feminist, and there was a whole conversation about what kind of feminist she was, and she was like women's rights or whatever. That was
That's
that was
exactly what
actually her
feminism
answer.
is. That's great.
I agree with that. I agree.
I like
about
women's rights. They're just better when they team up with women's lefts too.
Oh my god, let me get some of these super chats because people have been really generous tonight, and I thank you everybody. The street bike guy for $2 says in Alabama he would have been fed to pigs. Ew.
Look at that guy. He's the guy who would have done it too.
Oh my god.
It scares me.
Russell Halford too says Captain, I don't know what the hell
Bitch
that
tits.
is.
It says bitch
Thank
tits.
you. It doesn't return any Google results. Thank you, Russell. Frank Hernandez for 5 says, hi, Nina. Hi, Nose Rackets. Hi, Uncle E. Hi, Naked Snake. Enjoyed the stream and drinking my Seagram's gin with Minute Maid fruit punch as chaser. That sounds yummy. Wolf Spain for 5 says, so you have to keep calm at all times. EVS has been taking monster notes from M. Night Shyamalan. After Earth, are Will and Jaden going to make a cameo? I don't know. Are they?
Oh, that's all about me. I was like, what is this referred to? Yes, they are. They're going to get eaten in the first 5 seconds.
Will's going to watch his girlfriend get eaten first.
Anna says she's on her way home and she's going to jump on in a bit. So yay. Then we got Jerkoff Juggernaut for 2 says, I agree, Rackets. She is the definition of slam hog. Which one? Oh,
Lawyer
Jasmine.
lady, probably. Yeah.
Lawyer lady, yeah. Wendy Shrimp for 5 says, one of my first memories is getting stung next to my eye as a 2-year-old. Welcome to the world, I guess. Ouch.
That's so sad. Little 2-year-old.
Sounds painful. Jerk off Juggernaut for $5 says, hentai ruined me at 13. Those tentacles were so crazy that BDSM was nothing. I don't even know what to say to that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hello,
I don't
police?
know. I don't know.
Thank you so much, Lance, for the $20. You didn't say anything. I appreciate that very much. And then 201 Studios for $2. Empty the prostate. What? The prostate a day keeps the cancer away.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
I'll have to take your word for that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Wicked Virtue, for the cute super sticker you sent. Eric, thank you for the $2. Prudish women should back John Malin's godlike. EVS, let Don Malin know that, please. 201 Studios for $2 says, yank it, don't bank it, or you buying baby blankets. But that rhymes, I guess. Thank you. 201. Colby New Kit for $10. Wife's baby oven back in action. IUD removed today. Going to work on our 3rd. Okay, let's do this. Wow, go for it.
Oh God, those IUDs, bro. Oof. I had a girl I was hooking up with once want me to go with her to get it in because she didn't have any friends. And watching this and her face, oh my God. And just, ladies, like, I got the thing, and she's just like just digging around there like it's a freaking like a screwdriver, and she's trying to freaking net the damn Phillips head and trying to, I'm like, oh my God.
This story was going in way different direction.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm like, what the fuck? Carmen, thank you so much for the $19.99. Says, I love you. I love Nina and Lila. Hi guys, I don't know. Hi guys, I don't know. I love that y'all still have faith in women. Barely.
Love you,
I know. I know, like, fucking Camelot has like 0 faith in women.
That shit died years ago, bro.
Nick has a wife and daughter, so he has to keep the faith alive somewhat. Same with EVS. I feel like, at least because you're married, you have a daughter.
Women. I love women. I really do. I see. I have naive feelings about women. Like, I see them and I'm like, oh, look at that. They need to be taken care of. They're real cute. They're good mommies. They make me sandwiches. But then I see that they're filthy whores, and then that's the worst of it. The part where I find out they're dirty, filthy whores. Some of them, I'm just like, what? Then I forget.
What? Let me look further into why this is happening. Let me do more research here.
Send me the links.
Send me the links.
Always. Yeah.
Is this everywhere? Is this going on in all places? I need to see if it's in multiple websites right now.
Oh my God. Jerk off Juggernaut, thank you for the 5. Says, Maddie isn't really a co-host. She's just in the background being cute. That's the girl, the Molly girl. That we're
She's
talking
fucking
about.
hilarious. She's been the funniest part of the show other than the black chick.
Yeah, the black chick was great. Just Nova for $1.99. Thank you. Confession, crushing on Jasmine, brains and teats. Hey, she definitely has the teats. Lance McReynolds, thank you for the 20. Says, dang it, forgot to attach message. My take is Brian, whatever podcast guy, thinks of himself as the white guy version of Fresh and Fit. I think you're right.
He's definitely not anywhere near as confident.
Also less gay, though.
That Myra guy.
Yeah, I feel
Myra
like
guy would tell you to like eat his ass and fuck off, and then he'll dump a load in you and like slap you. Like he don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I feel like that Brian dude probably cries after sex. I just get that vibe for no reason. I might be wrong. Something about him. He just seems like he's like, like I don't know, man.
What do you think, Lila? Do you think he cries after sex?
Maybe.
Nick?
Is that a thing? Like, do guys actually cry after sex?
Why does that happen?
Some soy boys, yeah. I think so.
Why?
I've heard that. I don't know, because too much soy, man.
It's fucking weird to me. I mean, I guess.
Ask Camelot. I think it's probably because it's happened to him, and that's why you brought it
Camelot,
up.
do you cry after sex?
No, I usually scream.
After?
Yeah.
You like get done, you're like, ah! Like what?
Yeah. Jokes aside, you ever like do something for a long period of time and you got to pee Oh my god! And you just hold it for like hours, and then you go in the bathroom and you're like real drunk, man, and you just scream at the top of your lungs. It's so
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Now the post orgasm pee is great. It's like a second freebie
Yeah,
orgasm.
it is.
That thing's amazing.
I actually agree with that too.
Yeah,
because
that thing's awesome.
When I'm really, I know
feels
I'm
very
really
good.
drunk because I'm at a club and I go into the men's room and I'm peeing in the urinal and I automatically start punching the porcelain wall right above the urinal. Just it feels good and you just punch the wall. That's when I know I'm fucked up and it's time to go home.
Yeah, it's
In a
because
cab.
you
Not-
think there's like a woman and the woman's the wall.
No, I'm just like, I'm so fucking awesome. Fuck,
Oh.
man. Like that kind of a thing. Like,
No, I do that. So if I'm like
Yeah.
real fucked up and I like have my shirt off, I just got done smashing a pisser or two, and I go walk in front of the mirror, and I'm like, God damn, I can't
Oh
believe
my
I look like
goodness.
this. This is unbelievable. But just when I sober up, I'm like, God, why am I so obese? What the fuck happened?
That's what we're all thinking all the time.
Mr. Dubas, thank you for the $20 Rumble rant over on Rumble. Says if Camelot and Rackets go on that show, I will definitely not mute most of it.
That's see now you have to bring me, Nick. So, look, I got to put this out there. Venti brought her little dude on there. You can bring.
I'll
me.
bring my boyfriend on. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, you got to bring your boyfriend on.
I would love to. The guy, he messaged me the other day and he's like, so when can you come on? I'm like, I don't know. I have to find time as a
To
father.
go to California,
of
right?
5 children with a wife that I have to get to California. Cause yeah, they film live in Santa Barbara.
Mhm.
And I want to go like, cause I can always go hang out with my friend Dick Masterson, who I know like everybody hates, but that's fine. I could go hang out with him for like a day or two, shoot over and record the podcast and then go home. Like that's cool for me. But finding the time to actually go is literally the hurdle.
You got to take Drex with you too. That's the other thing. I think
Man,
Drex would be amazing
That whole
on that
it
show.
would be the Drex podcast if that.
Yeah.
You guys
It'd
would
be
be
great.
great on the show.
Oh,
That
I'm
would be
definitely going to go. Like that is one thing I will definitely do. I just have to figure out how to get it into my schedule because
Well, once you do, we're gonna EFAP yours too, and I have a feeling yours is not gonna be as boring as this one.
that's good. But see, the other thing is there's no way I'm going on to a podcast with a bunch of women without Lady Rackets being, with me. So that's the other complicating thing. I would bring her with me too. And so it's like, okay, when can we both be gone is always a challenge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, marriage. Mac
It's a
Grendel,
thing.
thank you. I know. Thank you for the $5. Says Camelot looks like he fell off a Magnum PI episode. Also, don't buy salted coconut water.
That sounds even worse.
Fucking terrible. Mark Price, thank you for the 2. Why wouldn't they just make up a number?
because they're being honest.
Yeah, I mean, they said they were in their 20s. That should have been enough.
That's fine. That's plenty of eggs.
Jerk off juggernaut for 2. The chick in the blue is a definition of frumpy. Russell Hall for $5 says, damn it, Ethan, don't explain to the rubes how the magic trick is done. Just let them wonder about it so that we can flinger them. Do you mean finger them?
He means finger. Like
he means flinger them.
What's flinger? Is it different?
So I can actually explain it. It's a real thing. So flingering is when you've been filling the baby gravy to the brim every time, got the IUD or whatever. So the pH balance gets a little off. So it's like 20% funk. And then so when you go down and you explore with your appendages, it's like chicken wings. When you get the sauce off, you got to wring them out. Now
you got to be a gay man. You have to be.
Flingering, and you can do it to a it's just
weird person I've ever known.
Yeah, like the way he thinks about women.
Did you say you can do it to a guy? Did you just say that?
It's called saflunkin. So like when it's the same thing, but it's called saflunkin with a guy because there's obviously the pH. There's no pH. It's just ass. It's ass shitties. So,
Jesus God Almighty.
I don't know if this is obvious to anyone, Camelot, but okay.
Yeah. So like it depends. If you're the top, it's okay because he grooms well at the bottom. But if you're the bottom and you're saflunkin, bro, you best get ready because that shit's gonna burn your eyebrows off. Just shave them. Fuck it. Shave your eyebrows.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Camelot. Huge ass for 2 says I hear a few models are actually profitable.
Okay, no, this is one of those annoying things. It gets on my nerves because it's the social media business in general. But they're like, Well, the average OnlyFans person only earns $12 a month. Is what? Well, yes. That the average YouTube channel earns like $2 a month. Like you're talking about massive amounts of people joining for all different purposes. And in typically any business endeavor, the top 20% are going to be responsible for 80% of the income. The top 2% are going to be responsible for like 50% of that. So that's just a stratification of everything. It's this weird, like, no. Anyway, sorry. That's a pet peeve.
Hashtag
it's like,
triggered. Damn.
It's like, no, I just hate it. It's like, well, most OnlyFans aren't even profitable. Stop telling yourself that any chick above a 6 is not profitable on OnlyFans. If they do any level of marketing and have a clear camera, they will do fine. But there's a bunch of people on OnlyFans who are like guys or weirdos or whatever who do content that isn't sex related, and that's all figured in, counterbalanced to chicks who make $500,000 a month. You know, I mean,
what's people don't actually understand is to be extremely successful, you have to be a 7 to a 7.5 because you kind of fall into the average category, which gives the impression from every user that they may, even though they know it's not a thing, they may have a chance with you subconsciously. If they're a 10, studies show that women that are actually over the top attractive, like just the most gorgeous women in the world, actually do worse than women that are slightly above average, because men are, well, why would I give her money? She's never going to fuck. Though subconsciously, they know they never have a fucking chance.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I never thought about it like that.
So Nina, get on it, doggone it, baby. What's up? There you go.
Nick, I know I was just gonna ask you about that because I'm gonna keep going. So Nick, my friend, I know, right?
No, I'm done. You can keep going. It's just not up to me anymore.
I know. Before you go though, I do want to get your thoughts on what happened today with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Can you just tell us what you think of Hunter Biden's massive, well, not so massive, but whatever. His thing being exposed
of Hunter Biden making sex. Excuse me, this is my time. Making pornography.
Should we be displaying this, Mr. Chairman, in the committee?
Gentle lady's time has expired and went 2.5 minutes over. If Mr. Bufume wants the 2.5 minutes, he can have it. If he wants to yield some to Ms. Ocasio-Cortez when she goes, she can have it.
Why? What the fuck is going on with your government?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
MTG is weird. Like, she's a weird person. She's not a duck. I don't know what the purpose of showing Hunter Biden's like sex pictures is. I don't think that she needs to discredit him using sex pictures, like the shady business deals with Ukraine, the paying for access to Joe Biden. Like, those things are all effective ones. Like, he took pictures of the prostitute, to me, doesn't really sell it. The one thing that is interesting though is I
the
saw
camera's
this.
no good.
Well, yeah.
To Camelot's point, and to your point, to really make good pornography, you need a good
you really
camera.
probably need someone else, because otherwise, like, you got to have someone like who knows cinematography a little bit.
Who will get up under there? Yeah.
I saw this posited the other day. People who are sharing Hunter Biden's pictures. I mean, I know he's a politician and like whatever, but there are statutes against sharing intimate photos publicly without authorization, even if they're abandoned photos on a laptop that definitely belongs to him from a repair shop. Like, you can't just publicly disclose intimate photos without having permission from someone. This, in a weird way, might actually violate revenge porn laws. And it's a question of how much insulation Congress people have on the floor of Congress to do something like this. So to me, that's like an interesting legal discussion. Does Congress have immunity from that for the purposes of, being in session? They have a lot of immunities during session. But I'm not sure what the benefit to doing this is. It's funny, though.
Yeah,
like, it's funny. He looks terrible in them.
Yeah.
Like it's a bad angle, and he's like all crunched up, which makes him look fatter than he is. And it's like, in that box is real little, which makes it sad. And it's like, right? Because you would never share the picture of like Hunter Biden if his dick was hanging down to his fucking knees. Like,
no, of course
they're like,
not.
look at this, and he'd be like, yeah, buddy.
the weird part for me was like, well, for me, like for people who aren't American, I guess it's just really weird to see something like that be put in, your Congress or whatever that was. Was it Congress or was it House or I don't know.
It's a House, yeah.
It's just a really weird thing to see. And then of course, like there's so many people coming out and being like, oh my God, like, how could you do that? And I'm like, yeah, but if the shoe was reversed and it was Donald Trump's son, you guys know you all would be like EFAPing that shit, like in Congress.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I'm not like calling out Marjorie Taylor. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene, again, I think she's a weird person in general. She's always like the circus tent. Good, bad. She's always entertaining and engaging. Everybody loves to pay attention to her. That being said, yeah, they would absolutely do this to Trump. Yeah. Of course they would do it to anybody in the Trump family. If they got Ivanka's, oh my God, they would be going ham.
They would try to impeach Trump if that happened. Like, which is whatever. Like, all I know is, and this is kind of related, kind of unrelated. I think it's we're to the point where it being Hunter Biden or just witnessing what he has done is one of the most impressive things an individual can do and zero repercussions ever in history for.
Yep.
That's fucking crazy. Like, I can't believe crazy. And it's kind of admirable. Now the actions are fucked up, but this dude is on camera, like with arguably underage women, like naked with crack everywhere. Like he could take a picture of him smoking crack right now with the newspaper up today's date with Joe Biden behind him, and everybody be like, "Well, he's not the
cutting the lines of cocaine with like a 12-year-old's driver's license."
Yeah, and it's
in the Oval
ID
Office
or student ID that says 7th grade,
and he can do, and he can do whatever he wants, and it's the craziest thing ever because I was watching a documentary of the fall of the Soviet Union last night. And one of the biggest attributes to the fall of the Soviet Union was analysts say that the complete distrust in the government. They thought the government was 100% lying all the time, and that was the entire point of the Soviet Union, was to be more open and more honest to their people. And I'm thinking to myself, not only is there no government on the planet that does that, but America's like in last place at least. We're probably second to last with Korea, like North Korea, and it's like I'm like, it's crazy watching a documentary. It fell because distrust, and I'm like, motherfucker, the dude smokes crack and bangs underage girls and is in the like White House and like it's crazy. But it's but also Lila, it's kind of admirable that he pulled this shit off. This is like, it's like superhero fucking status, man.
It is pretty crazy. Now, Patrick O'Brien kindly is reminding me that to kick you off here, Nick, because you've got your own stream that you're going to be late for. So thank you again so very much, my friend, for coming through. Everybody check out Rekieta Law. I don't know if you want to tell everyone like where you're going, what's going on. Locals, everything is all the links are in the description. So please let everyone know.
Yeah, just come watch me somewhere. Tonight I'm discussing this Rumble shit with Nick Fuentes.
Oh my God.
I've got PSA.
Hold on.
Yeah,
what's your stance on that? We got Vito, going after that whole situation. That's something else.
Yeah, I'm not a happy person at the moment in general about the whole situation. I don't like Nick Fuentes. I don't like defending his right to say retarded shit.
Go, say it. Yeah.
But you get to say retarded shit. I don't think that his speech amounted to an actionable or imminent threat as the Supreme Court would view it. So I think it should be protected First Amendment speech, whether we like it or not.
Right.
I've got
that's
PSA.
why liberal. By the way, liberal Nick Rekieta, who is now far right extremist. We defend lunatics' right to speak. They say whatever they want. The good thing is, ladies and gentlemen, you identify them because they're opening their mouth and they're allowed to say whatever they want. And if this was a call to violence, we got the guy on tape. So let everybody speak. It's a good idea. Thank you, Nick, for being a rational person.
Yes.
My pleasure. And yeah, I'll have PSA Sitch on, at least from Sitch and Adam, and maybe other people. I don't know. Not too many people have said they want to come on and debate or talk about it because I know it's going to be a disaster, or it could be a disaster. We're going to try and keep it very nice and friendly. So should be fun. All right, guys. Thanks for having me, Nina.
Good luck.
I
love you too.
Great night, Nick. Love you, buddy.
Peace, guys.
You know, I kind of went back and forth a little bit with Vito today, EVS as well, like because I was in the same thread that Nick was in, and I completely agree with you guys. Like, I mean, it's just really weird for me to stand again from the outside and just watch people, Americans, fight against free speech and like, you know, and be so terrified of people having free speech. I fucking hate Nick Fuentes, and I cannot believe that I have to be someone who like has to say like, let's protect this guy's speech because that guy's freaking ridiculous, and anyone who actually takes this guy seriously is, well, pretty fucking weird. Okay. I just,
Well, I mean, people who took Hitler seriously were pretty fucking weird at first.
They were.
But I
It's
mean,
true.
this is the thing. Like, he's sitting there saying whatever he wants to say. Here's where I fall on all this. I'm glad Nick said what he wanted to say. Nick Fuentes, like Nick Rekieta, I mean.
Yes.
Nick Fuentes can say whatever he wants to say. He was basically saying, it seemed like he was, you might interpret what he was saying as a call to violence against the Jews. You might.
Yeah.
Vito, who is no friend to this community, he's made sure of that, unfortunately, basically just kind of said, look, everybody, look at what he's saying. Both guys are okay by me. I don't want Nick Fuentes to be silenced. I also think that Vito has the right to point out the speech and say, this is what he's saying.
It wasn't that, Uncle E. He wasn't being like, this is what he's saying. He was saying, this is what he's saying on Rumble. Hey,
Well, that
Rumble,
I understand.
why
Rumble
are
should not
you
be
letting that
punished for
shit
that. Okay,
going on?
that's way out of line. Okay, I agree with you
That's
on
the
that.
part that I don't agree with, is that him like wanting people to get deplatformed, even if it's Nick Fuentes. Like I hate having to be the devil's advocate here and fucking, you know, back up shitty Nick Fuentes, but it's like, you know, everybody should have the right to speak. The idea of freedom of speech is so you have the argument that you just had, EVS. You know, you say what you know what you think against theirs, and then hope that yours is better than theirs, and people are going to listen to you versus the other fucking crazy guy.
Yeah. I love the Jews. I love them. They're the chosen people, and
so do I.
They make great bagels. But
I love Jewish people.
But I went to their seders, and they sucked ass. The Jews mostly don't know good food, and I'm sorry to my Jewish friends, but you don't put raisins in everything, and especially not meat. You don't put raisins in kugel. You got noodles with raisins in them. You got meat with raisins in it. Just stop it. And stuff that happened 5,000 years ago, you can let go. Stuff that happened 100 years ago, maybe you can still be mad about. But 5,000 years ago, you're dipping parsley in salt water, saying it's the tears of our people as they were enslaved by the Egyptians. What the hell? Like,
that's a little weird.
Yeah, move on, folks.
Yeah, I think what Ethan said is very important. Is letting these people speak is important, because look how fast people push back against Kanye West being a fucking psycho.
Exactly.
Like, you need to be able to have these people out in the open so people can push back against them, which is why I'm so happy that we have free speech so we can push back against people wanting to transition 9-year-olds, because they deserve to be freaking thrown on the wall for real. But that being said, the entire point is Rumble is supposed to be the damn platform that's not
free speech. Crazy people are allowed to talk,
and they're just doing the same shit and allowing it to happen. And it's like it's going to become YouTube with the worst UI. And it's like you need to stand up right now and be like, look, you may not like this speech. Most people don't. And even if I was the CEO of Rumble, I'd be like, and also, I kind of think the speech is retarded. I'm not even say retarded. And then, but we allow this on our platform, therefore, fuck off.
Remember when Richard Spencer got punched for being a Nazi? YouTube has pretty much cleared all of Richard Spencer, leader of the alt-right, in when Trump was elected, cleared all his shit off of YouTube. Like, what if I want to hear what he had to say that made him a Nazi? I can't find it. That's not good. Like, you should really allow that stuff to sort of be archived and up there for people to investigate. It's important that people hear ideas, even if they're awful ideas. You should be able to hear them, investigate them, and figure them out.
It's important for people to hear ideas, but it's even more important for them to hear bad ideas so they can understand and subconsciously push back against them, and for their children, because us being away from all these bad ideas and being more tolerant to small ideas that may be perceived bad by a certain sect of people has led to these atrocious ideas that are going on right now. Like,
Kamala, you're right, and I like it, the crazy thing is I read Viva Frey tweet today, and he said, I think Nick Fuentes and basically like the whole America First movement is like a Fed op.
Yeah.
And I almost think that's true because it like
they're
he
all
says
gay.
us. Yes.
They're all like, apparently some of them are like sexting underage kids. Apparently that's what I heard.
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
Yes.
perhaps.
Allegedly.
Well, and I think that it's like he says such crazy, outrageous shit that it's like, well, obviously there's got to be feds in there to, figure out, like, what the fuck, if they're actually crazy, like there's got to be feds in there to figure out, like, if they're actually meaning this shit, right? Like, I don't know. It seems like it is a fed op, says Jason Long. I'm glad that you agree.
You're so smart, Nina. See, you can figure that out, but you can't figure out when you're being negged as a woman.
I know. I mean, isn't that weird? Isn't that weird?
Those are seduction techniques. That's all.
It's because I haven't been single for long enough. When you're married for as long as I have, you forget that kind of stuff. I think that's.
You think so? I think being married has heightened my senses about those things.
Really?
I just don't care anymore. Like, I'm not on the market. I'm not competing against that guy. I don't care. So I'll just call out his shit. I'll call out girl shit. Because it doesn't matter. It's no longer an issue. So I see it more clearly because I'm not playing the game. It's easier to see a baseball game and color comment on it when you're not the one at bat, when you're not in the field with a glove. That's when you can really see things objectively. And that's who you and I are, Nina. We're supposed to be looking at this and being like, listen. That's all. Because we don't care.
I don't know. I think Laughing Gas has a point. I think I'm being negged just a little bit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Maybe just a little
but
bit.
But in an innocent way.
Of course.
Not in a creepy way,
Of course. He just asked Toonie, I hear OnlyFans models are actually profitable. Magnum North of $10 says she don't need no man. Meanwhile, it's all about the hood, a product of people who don't live here. Lofty Pixels detached pee-pee. Ouch. For $5. Spoiler alert, in the upcoming live action Barbie movie, Ken and all the men are evil. Save your time and money. I'm still gonna go watch it.
Can't believe it.
I want to see for myself. KNG, thank you for the $10, says he's not even confident. He had that whole MLD drama with some negative viral TikTok clip. He then went on Destiny's stream, worried about if he's getting canceled. I have no idea who he's talking
Who
about.
are we talking about?
I have no idea.
Guy.
Probably, but guess who's here? Anna.
Hi. It's Anna, that Star Wars girl. Hello, Anna.
What's up?
Hi. How are
you? Watch the 5-hour hell.
Oh my god, we didn't get too crazy into it. We just watched the Strawgate. Which did you see that I pinpointed that he was watching you because he was going off when he was going off of Venti about like her burping. He saw you steer that straw thing, but the Venti burp was already on his mind, so he held that in for like an hour, and then when you steered it again,
well, that's
he
why
was
I
like,
thought it was
no.
weird. I knew I had already done it, so I'm like, if you already yell at me, why didn't you yell at me the first time I did it? Not
because he was too busy yelling at Brittany for that burp. He was, well, not yelling at her, but he was like, "Oh my god!"
I feel like that made him want to fuck her. I'm gonna be honest. Like that, I don't know. I feel like that made him want to fuck her.
Brittany?
Yeah. Do you think he identified Venti as one of the girls that he was targeting? Because he spent a lot of time on her, but
100%.
Well, Brittany,
he wanted Brittany.
Came all the way out there. I think Brittany was like the main guest for that show, so that's why she was the kind of focus. But I thought the whole show was going to be talking about her and Pearl's drama, and it wasn't. So
that's what I thought too. I mean, I thought he was for sure going to bring it up.
Before the show, he asked her about the stuff with Pearl, so I thought that's what it was going to be about, and it was not.
Okay. Now that you're here, you need to set the stage a little bit for those of us that don't know what the hell happened with the straw, because you said you had a conversation with him about the straw. So what the hell happened?
10-minute conversation before the show started. So you go in, you have to sign a waiver and show like proof that you're over 18, and you know, so that way you can't sue. And then he assigns you where to sit. And so everyone sits down, and then me and Brittany had our Starbucks, and he made us pour them into their cups. And Brittany was like, but what if I want to be bougie and hold my Starbucks? And he's like, no. And I was like, is it so you don't get sued by these companies? Because you have an In-N-Out cup behind you. Why is that? And you have all this other stuff on the table. Like, you've got the Fight Club, you got the pills from the Matrix. So I'm like, I don't get it. And he just basically yelled at us, and didn't yell at us, but he told us to put our Starbucks in their cups. And he's like, I'm going for the frat boy look. And I'm like, well, that would be red Solo cups. And he's like, yeah, but these are cooler. And I'm like, but these wouldn't be at a frat. It would be a red Solo cup. And he's like, just pour your drinks in. And so I did. And then I left my straw in it. And he's like, you need to throw that away. And I was like, why? And I was like, why can't I keep it? And he's like, no, you're going to slurp into the mic. And I was like, no, I'm not. I do this every single day. I'm not going to slurp into the mic. Plus, he told us you basically had to be touching the mic with your mouth. And they even do a little disclaimer where they're like, if he tells you to get closer to the mic more than twice, the third time you are asked to leave the show.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
This
so
guy's a cult leader. This is incredible behavior.
What Madison, she reads you off this like long disclaimer page before we go live once everyone sits down.
Madison, the girl that was on Molly?
No, Madison is the girl with the hat.
Yeah, that's the Molly girl. Okay. We all think she was high as fuck on E.
Yes, Daddy, I will put you will say, yes, Daddy, I will put the cylindrical object closer to my mouth. I will not be told more than 3 times to.
No, I think she's like his intern.
Yeah.
This guy,
he's
it's
going
so
into
clear
her, all
what
right.
he's doing to these young women. And I really am against it. You know, I'm an advocate for women. Everyone knows that about me.
Look, okay, so Ethan was saying that he's negging all these girls because, well, he wants to get with them. Anna, did you get that feeling that he was trying to neg all these girls so that he can get with them?
No, I think if anything, I don't think it's the hitting on them thing. I think it's the getting you uncomfortable so you say something clippable.
Oh, that makes sense.
But I mean, I could be wrong.
Maybe it's both.
I don't know. I didn't get the vibe, but
it's a little bit of a column A, a little bit of a column B going on.
It's just column A.
Women never get the vibe.
They don't understand. Like, Anna's brain is tied in a knot. She's like, I think it's just because good YouTube. I think he wants good YouTube. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He wants you vagina.
Wants to bang. Yeah, but Ethan, when he was going on and on about like what his like ideal woman was, it was certainly not anybody at that table. No offense,
That's
Anna.
correct, because he's already confused all these women, and they're like, well, maybe I could be more like that. You think you guys don't understand. You don't understand how these men operate. You don't get it. We're trying to tell you everything that he says and does is going to make you. It's targeted to make you feel insecure about yourself, so that you are going to subconsciously effort to please him. Even though you're not interested, you might not be interested in him. But everything that he does is going to make you feel like you're not good enough. You know, this and that. You know, he's not quite. You haven't made him happy. You're insecure, and everything that you do then is going to be like, well, what? What can I do to fix this and make you happy? And before too long, you're blowing him. That's how this kind of guy operates. We're telling you, and you're not listening.
And that's a
He's
great
not
point.
there.
I'm totally
You're
listening.
so
It's
used to being
fascinating.
flattered all the time. Beautiful women, and all 3 of you are beautiful women. You're so used to being flattered all the time and being told how amazing you are that you don't realize, and you ignore that. You're used to it, so you don't hear it. When somebody tells you you're something other than wonderful, it gets your attention. Because you're like, this one guy, it doesn't think I'm the bee's knees. I got to do whatever it takes to make this guy treat me the way everybody else treats me. And I might have to use my mouth or my womanly parts. Yep. That's exactly what he was doing. And I know it's very hard to
Jane
understand.
is right. It doesn't work on normal women, but it would work on women who have very low self-confidence and
yeah, that's what they all say. No, so
really
It will
Cam.
work.
Pro tip: 100% of women have low self-confidence. But no, you bring up a good point. You're like, well, when he expresses his ideal woman, none of these people fit that narrative. Yeah, he's wanting to fuck them, not marry them.
Okay, it's true.
Like, I've been with a bunch of girls where I couldn't stand being in the same room with them, but I'll fucking drop a load.
He just wants to rail. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, again, but Camelot, the psychology is to make a woman feel like she's not quite good enough for you.
Yeah, because she's used to.
Did you see that woman going, but are you a high value male? Are you a, like, women make that assessment without even having to ask the guy. No woman should be sitting there asking a man, do you consider yourself good enough for me? No woman should be saying that. They set those parameters. They determine those things. Once you've got a woman saying, Camelot, you think you're worthy of me? Like, you think you're high value? And you're sitting there going, well, let me be honest with you. My bank account's huge. My penis is big, but maybe I'm not in perfect condition. You've already got him in bed. You've already got that girl in bed when she's asking questions like that. It's no joke. This is just how psychology works. It's very basic. Thank you.
Lila asked you earlier, Anna, did you have fun on the podcast?
That's not the word I would use to describe it.
What word would you use?
Painful.
You look like you were in pain.
You know what the best part of my day was? When we drove there. So it was me, Brittany, Sean, and Sean's mom drove us because she had never been to Santa Barbara. So she's going to sightsee when we were on the show. And they didn't tell her it was going to be 5 hours. And she's like, I thought it was 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So she basically had to do something for 5 hours while we were on the show. On the way there, the highway is under construction, so we couldn't get off at an exit where there was a bathroom, so I peed behind a bush in a neighborhood, and when I did, I had my sunglasses in my shirt and I dropped them, and they're
no
Ray-Bans. So on the way back at like 1 something in the morning, I was like, can we stop by and see if they're still there? So we did, and they were, and I got my sunglasses back. So that was the part of that trip, was that they were there and I got them.
That's awesome.
Who's Sean?
Brittany's
Sean is
boyfriend.
And his mom drove y'all up there?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I was just wondering.
Well, I offered to drive. At first, I was like, "Oh, we'll carpool that way," But he's like, his mom wanted to go and drive.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was wondering the same thing. Was the sunglasses in the pee?
No. The sunglasses when I got back to the car.
Oh, okay.
I got in the car and they fell out.
Oh, thank God, Anna.
I peed behind a bush. The sunglasses were in the road, but it was a dead end road because it was in the neighborhood. So nobody had driven on it apparently, and my sunglasses were right there.
Well, thank God. That is incredible. Okay, we got this one. Thank you. Fire PA 498 for 499 says rate Hunter's facial technique based on Marjorie Taylor Greene's congressional billboard. Oh God. The squid for 10. Instagram is an OnlyFans model's greatest marketing tool on the planet. All they got to do now is make a reel using a current trend while showing cleavage, and algorithm pushes them. By the way, EVS, Anna said, "Oh, he just left." I'll say that. I was gonna tell him that you said that the Persian girl, and the other mommy
Jasmine
girl
and Lana.
were the nice. Yeah, Jasmine and Lana were the nicest people there on the podcast. But he stepped out. Cars in Depth for 5 says MTG showed the pics because Hunter tried to write off hookers on his taxes and got a slide from the IRS. Look,
shit, he'll get away with that too.
He's gonna get away with that, and honestly, it's just funny that politics has come to this. That's all. Like, it just looks hilarious on the world stage, just generally speaking. Like, people on the outside are like, "What the fuck, man?" Like, these people are fucking showing porn in their Congress, and it's just weird. It's a weird situation. Jerkoff for 10 says, didn't MTG cheat on her husband and end up in divorce? Who is she to question the sexcapades that she sexcapades? She is at least an open, worthless 304. Ouch, jerk off juggernaut. Damn.
Who is MTG?
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Who's that?
Magic the Gathering.
She is the congresswoman that showed Hunter Biden's PP. This woman here. This is her.
Oh.
She showed his PP pictures in the house today.
Mm.
Yep.
Magnum North. Go ahead, Camelot. Sorry.
Speaking of MTG and being uncomfortable and whatnot, I'm gonna go make this food. So
Okay, go.
I'm gonna log off here. Love you guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Love you, Camelot.
I love.
I better
all-
go
Plug
too
your-
because we
Plug
got
your wares.
I gotta go because we gotta again we gotta promote John Malin's his new Godlike campaign, and I'm sure he's grateful for all of your help, which has amounted to none. Today on the day of his launch, he knew he could.
You guys did this when I was going bridesmaids dress shopping.
He's like my
all
friend.
bridesmaids.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
Oh
We
my
love you,
God. Well,
Anna.
congratulations to him, EVS. I didn't know that was going on. Thank you so much for stopping by, both of you, Camelot and EVS. You guys are amazing for coming on here. I don't know which one of you wants to go first, but plug your wares before you go.
I ain't got nothing. I just want to say I love you, Nina, and I love you,
man.
Anna, and I especially love you, Lila, for laughing at my jokes. Appreciate it.
Ah,
Thank you.
bye,
And
hon.
EVS.
Thank you for that.
Bye.
Bye, bitches.
Bye, Camelot.
Bye.
Jonathan Malin, his Godlike the Romulus Saga exclusive variants campaign launched.
Let me
just
share
now.
this. Here we go.
It's got a beautiful new cover by Dale Keown, and it's
do this.
Godlike versus Pitt here. The artwork is sensational. This is a really, really beautiful book. John Malin is at his peak here, peak of his powers. Back a copy of it. I did. I just backed it. I backed the $25 Godlike Keown perk. I backed the hell out of this campaign already. Can't wait to get it. Can't wait to read it. I hope you're the same way. Back this and back Cyberfrog 3 Red Extermination.
Does he
And-
have one of those like full package dealies? Because I haven't gotten the first two. I'm going to need the first two.
This is the first one for Godlike, Nina. This is just the second chance campaign. You're thinking of Graveyard Shift.
Oh, I'm thinking of Graveyard.
Yeah, I mean he's got a bunch of different tiers, but really all you need to do, you could back the featured tier Ascendant, which has all the extra books in it. But really all you need is the main one here. Just throw $25 John Malin's way, help him to create his comic book. And thanks for being Comicsgate and supporting Comicsgate. We love you all. And Nina, thank you.
Love
Thank
you,
you,
EVS.
Nina.
Thank you for coming on, and tell John I wish him the best. And we're gonna push his campaign, of course. She's cute.
Yeah, she is. I love Lila and Anna, of course, my friend.
I'll see you and John's. I'll be there.
Okay, thank you. Good night, guys.
Bye, everybody. Back. Whatever the heck Ethan was just pushing. Godlike. Thank you.
Godlike.
Thank you.
Going back it.
Also, please go and back EVS's campaign. He's got one too. Red Extermination. That's the one with the bees and the frogs. Look at this thing. It's so crazy. Get it. Get all of it. I need more money so that I can get more.
Thanks. Anna,
There's so many.
What's up?
okay, would you go on the podcast again?
Yes, would
It
you?
would have to be a really good reason for me to, because that was a long drive, and then I wasn't even driving on the way back. So I love Sean's mom. She is like very easily conversationalist, and we have a lot of things in common. And so, like, I was talking to her the whole time, but I was exhausted, and I'm like, that's a long drive.
I honestly didn't think it was gonna be that long either, because I started watching the show and then I was
knew
like,
that it was like 5 hours long, but if it was like more, so how to say this? So I got the gist of like what was gonna happen, like, because you watch the clip, so you know that it's like gotcha, and it's usually a few people, but when there's it. I don't know. I felt like anytime anyone tried to say anything, it would just get derailed. And I was just at one point, I was just sitting there and I'm like, all right, I feel like I'm at a table with a bunch of Sith Lords because it's like everything is an ultimatum.
It's a battle.
Right? And I'm like, oh my God. Like I was like, this must be what it's like for men to deal with women.
I know. I was thinking about that too.
I understand men. And I'm like, I am so sorry for every single man out there that has to put up with women because holy fuck, I did it for 5 hours and I lost my damn mind.
I know. I was like, what the fuck? Like that whole conversation about the meaning of baby daddy and baby mama. And I was like,
can I ask you too? Have you ever heard that as I've heard people say like, oh yeah, that's my baby mom. And like, oh yeah, my baby daddy. Like I've heard it as a term of endearment.
Yeah. I've heard it as both. Like I've heard it as a term of endearment. And I've also heard people say it in a not a good way.
I think it depends on the way that you say it and
context.
It and but that whole argument, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. We don't talk about anything else. Can we talk about like why, like, I don't know, the turtles in the ocean? Can we talk about it? Literally anything else?
I know. Because it just kept going on and on. And then the funniest part was like when that super chatter guy was like, hey, I forget the black girl's name again. What was her name?
Her name on like Instagram is some original Barbie or something, but so I just thought of her as Barbie. But her name's Byronique.
Okay, Byronique. When the person super chatted and was like, please let Byronique speak. And Byronique was like, well, I'm just sitting out here and you guys are just fucking going back and forth about this shit. And I'm like, fucking sitting. I'm like, for the love of God, let her speak. And then that guy was like, okay, yeah, we'll come back to you in 3 minutes. Let me go to this boring ass conversation with this other shit for another half an hour. Like an hour. I was like, what the fuck? Like this dude just...
Dude, me and Byron, like, did you notice, like, she and I just kind of checked out, and I'm like, at one point, I'm like, okay, I know this show is clipped, so I'm just gonna make my facial expression overreact to everything, and I'm like, and right before he's like yelled at me about the Mio, he noticed that I was making funny facial expressions, and I think he was trying not to laugh, because anytime someone would say anything, he'd look at me to see what my facial expression was. I think that's how he got through it too.
Yeah, because it was funny. Because I noticed that you were like, especially when she would talk, like I was like, Anna's trying not when Byronique tried, like when she was talking. I was like, Anna's trying not to laugh her ass off right now because she would say the funniest thing and you would just sit there like,
I want her to come on the Jack show.
I know she should come on. She was the best part of that show. Like no offense to you and Brittany, but man, she brought the funny. Like I was like, okay, this is the kind of stuff we need to like, you know, to keep the show going because he made it so awkward at first, and then like with the whole age thing. Which I was like, dude, move on. Like, I don't understand.
He gave a shit about. So I was the one that I'm like, I'm not, because they take a picture of it. And I'm like, I'm not showing you my ID. And they're like, well, do you have it? And I said, yes, but I'm not letting you take a picture of my ID. And he's like, we're not going to post it anywhere. And I was like, well, what if you get hacked? I'm like, I'm not saying that you would, but you guys are super popular. What if something happens? Like, I'm not comfortable with my information getting out there. I've already had to move. So he knew that I've already had to move. And so I was like, that's why when he gave me so much pushback on my age, I'm like, we literally had this.
Well, what the fuck was that?
It's a bug dying in my bug light.
Ah!
I know.
It's getting murdered.
It's a June bug. But anyways, or it's like one of them beetles. But okay, so anyway, so he already knew because that was already a conversation. I said, my Costco card, I was like, you can use a Costco card at the airport. Like they'll let you on a plane with your Costco card. So, and he's like, well, we just need to confirm like that you're over 18. And I was like, okay, I'll show you that. And I held like over like my license number and my license or my address. And so they looked and he's like, okay, yeah, you're over 18. And then so they took a picture of my Costco card. So when he gave that shit, I'm like, he's like teasing us about our Costco cards. Brittany doesn't have a Costco card. It was me and Sean that showed our Costco cards. But so I was like,
that's so funny because me and my husband, we show our Costco cards all the time as a form of ID here too.
Yeah.
Because when you go here, like in Mexico, there's a lot of gated communities, and when you go to the gated community, you have to give an ID to like go into the place. And we always give the Costco card because we're like, I'm not gonna give you my fucking actual information so that you can like scan the picture and do whatever the fuck you want with it. Like, no. Like, yeah, and it's weird to me because the fact that he made such a big deal out of it, it's like, dude, you're a YouTuber. You know a lot of people that are YouTubers. I don't understand why he was having such a hard time grasping like the idea that people get doxxed.
Well, so the only other one I've really watched, I watched the Gorlock episode, and then I watched the one with Destiny, and because that's the one that was with the guy that was like indoor, and there was a girl on that was friends with Destiny and his wife that came up, and she refused to like answer "Are you a virgin or not?" question. And they ended up kicking her off because anytime they asked her a question, she just responded with another question to them, and she was really argumentative. And her whole purpose there was trying to derail the stream, and so they kicked her off, and that's why they said bad faith argument. And that's why I said, I was like, well, then ask me something else, I'll tell you. And he's like, no.
I know that part pissed me off because when he like dismissed you like that, I was like, oh, this motherfucker is just a dick. Like, because you were trying to like see, now I don't even know anymore, man, because EVS put all this stuff in my head about how like that's what the guys
I didn't get that vibe from him, but that stuff goes over my head, so maybe I don't.
Apparently it goes over all of our heads, Anna, because I
did you get that vibe, Lila?
After his EVS's arguments, yes.
Yes. After what EVS
he
like,
broke it down very well, and it's
God.
like, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
It's
I guess women don't understand men like we thought.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is. And then meanwhile, Russell Hall was like screaming in the chat. Look at this. Russell Hall for 2. Ethan, what are you doing, you fool? Nothing Ethan says is true. Don't listen to him. Like, he was basically like so mad that EVS was giving away the secret.
The bro code secret.
Look at this. He's still yelling at it.
Yeah,
he's not even here anymore.
How long was the drive there?
Girl, like 3 hours.
What?
And not 3 fast hours, 3 long hours, because there's construction on the freeway, and so it goes down to like 1 lane at one point.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that sounds
on the way there. It was so slow. So it should have been like 2.5 hours normally. And it's a beautiful drive during the day because you drive completely along the coast. So you have ocean view on one side, mountains on the other, and it's beautiful. But there's all this construction. It's hot. There's so many Asians, so none of them know how to drive. And it's just hell. It's fucking hell. And it was, yeah.
Think before you sleep. Sean is in the chat. Hey, Sean, and he says, "Tell her the thing about the glasses."
I did, Sean. I did. Right when I popped on, I said that was the best part of the day. And Sean got out of the car because Brittany was like, "You need to take a picture that you found your glasses." So Sean took the pictures of me with my. Oh, it's on my other phone. Of me with my glasses.
That's crazy.
I'm so glad you found your glasses because I hate losing glasses. It's like the worst thing ever.
Well, I had just lost my prescription sunglasses on the plane when I came back from New York.
Oh, no.
I know.
Oh, that sucks.
These were my Barbie inspired sunglasses, and so I was super sad.
Oh my god, I'm so sad that all this stuff is coming out about how Barbie's gonna be woke. I'm so upset. I don't want it to be woke, but apparently it is.
This is really bad, but like there's
let me blow you up. Hang on. Okay, here we go.
Them on the ground, and then where is it? There's me. Sean took this picture of me holding them in success.
Like you're like, yay! That was funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
How because we literally just pulled off, and I'm like, I just have to pee behind like a bush. I don't even care. I have no shame. And so we went to this dead end road. But so we didn't remember where it was. So I Google Maps and I did the satellite view so I could see, and I pinpointed where we were. And so we went there, and they're like, it's like, there's no way. And Brittany is like, do you have a pen and paper? You can leave a note on the person's door in case somebody finds them or in case they found them and brought them inside. and they were sitting right there. It was
Oh
perfect.
my God. I'm so glad.
Wow.
I'm so glad you found him. Magna Norse for $5 says Nick Fuentes is a nobody. Justin Trudeau is a tyrant who is implementing CCP government. It's true. It's true. Huge Ass for 5 says, I think every grassroots movement eventually gets infiltrated by bad faith actors with ulterior motives. Keep your eyes open, folks. You're very right about that. Also, Mark of Reality for 2 says, Anna, I told you I thought that dude was creepy.
A lot of people have said that. I didn't get the creepy vibe. I got this dude has a serious injury vibe, because he did say like he had like a serious back injury, and when you look at his chair, it's intense. And
His chair was intense.
I said this in the chat. Well, because when I was like, "Can you open a jar?" and like he didn't answer, and then I was like, "Can you still change a tire?" and he was like,
no.
And I was like, you can't do either of those things. I'm like, I was going to ask if you can kill a spider, but I didn't want to.
He was totally emasculated when you said that. By the way, he was like, this fucking bitch. Like, because it was like, you were so like judging him about not being able to change a tire. And it was like, and I think it was the other girl that was like,
and then when the French chick, she's just like,
the French chick.
You call people for that. And I'm like, you can't call people for things all the time.
Yeah, but then you were like, you also said it's a turn on if a guy can do that, and she was like, yeah, okay, you're right, it is a turn on. Like, there's no like, you can't.
Well, see that girl, Josie, she was there. She was gonna argue no matter what. Like, even when I was explaining why I liked Tinder, and she's like, "Are you OCD? Are you ADHD?" And I'm like, "No."
Dude, that one part when she went off on like absolutely nothing, like she got like so triggered, and you were like, no one is disagreeing with you. Like,
Nina.
It was what was it? It was
She warned us before the show. She's like, "I'm gonna be a bitch, so don't get offended by anything I say."
Oh, that's funny that she would do that. It was what was the topic about that she went off about? And like everybody, including the host and you, were like, dude, no one's disagreeing with you about this. Like, why are you going off? It was about, God, what was it about? It was something to do with somebody that did something bad online that everybody collectively agrees that it was a bad thing, and that she just went fucking crazy about it. I forget what it was.
Oh, it was women me tooing men.
Women what?
Me tooing.
Yeah, was it that? Maybe that was.
It was
maybe.
women me tooing men, and then I explained the Henry Cavill thing, and she just kept bitching about. Again, she was just there to argue, and she told us that before when we were waiting to be let in.
She was kind of nuts, and of course she was French Canadian. Claudia, thank you for the $4.99. I agree with Ethan 100%. He's throwing them out for her comfort zone. Or he's throwing them out of her comfort zone. Mm-hmm. Apparently, Ethan saw him right through that guy. Jerkoff Juggernaut for 5 says, didn't you ladies ever see the episode of South Park when Stan's dad takes his wife out to Oprah's for a hidden disclaimer? It's basically as EVS says. No, I've never seen that episode. Now I want to, though.
I don't know what that is.
South Park?
Oh no, I know what that is, but I don't know that episode. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that episode, but now I want to watch it. Russell Hall for 2 says, if you have no shame, where's the tail calendar? Ew.
That has nothing to do with having shame or not, Russell. That's having standards.
The fuck is wrong with you, Russell?
That's his obsession.
God, what a weirdo perv.
You, after watching my experience, would either of you two go on that show?
No. But I wasn't interested even before your experience. Like, I would be like, how, especially when like they don't pay you. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm not going on. Like,
well, I'm just like, okay, I get it. Like sometimes you just go on a show, and I've go on more streams than I never host my own streams unless I'm hosting the Jack Show or Flashcast. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I go on other people's streams all the time, so it's not the biggest deal to me. But I mean, at least like, I didn't like when they weren't going to let Sophia on. I'm like, she came all the way from Bakersfield. And he's like, well, yeah, but
wait, who's Sophia? And why didn't they let her on?
No, she does come on. He sat her in the corner of shame. She showed up like an hour late. And I'm like, she came all the way from Bakersfield and she came all this way to be on the show. Yeah, she was late. But I was like,
the ultra feminist chick?
Yeah, which at the end of the day, I don't think that's what she means. I think because I asked her, I was like, so do you mean like where you have to tear down men to uplift women? And I brought up the comics thing, and she's like, no, I think she means trad wife feminism.
Yeah, I think so too, because she really had no idea what feminism actually was. And it was really
She's
funny.
ignoring what it's become. So I was like, are you third wave feminist? Like which version?
Yeah, she had no idea because she was like women's rights are like whatever. And I fucking died when she like answered that.
She's 18 years old. So
I know. That's why I was like, oh, she's so young.
Okay, she is so pretty in person. She looks exact, and I told her this after the show was over. If you see the original Romeo and Juliet, and she looks exactly like that actress that played Juliet, and I was like,
you mean like the one with Claire Danes?
No, that's Leonardo. I said the original Romeo and Juliet.
Like how original? Let me see.
The old one.
Isn't that like a million of
just
them?
like the actress in person, and it was kind of throwing me off. I was like, is this her doppelganger or something?
Let me see. I'm trying to pull it up.
Like there was a dude in a sports car outside waiting to pick her up to drive her home. So I was like, good for her.
Oh my God, you're right. She does kind of look like her. That's so weird.
In
Hang on, let me.
person, they look, well, I think she has lighter eyes, but they look almost identical. It was crazy.
This is the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She does look really similar to her.
Wow.
I have never seen this version of Romeo and
You
Juliet.
haven't? It throws me off because the guy looks just like Zac Efron.
He does. That is weird. That's wild.
But when you watch it, when you see them like moving and talking, he looks even more like Zac Efron, but like a less gay version of Zac Efron.
This movie's from 1968.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. Thank you for the super chat. The bipolar god of science fiction, $4.99 says, I'm enjoying seeing all the Hollywood elites watch their fortunes evaporate and see themselves become obsolete. It's quite entertaining. Russell Halford too says, where's your Marie Antoinette calendar then? It's a full calendar now, Russell. It's not even one picture.
Again, I have standards, Russell.
It's not even one. It's like now he wants a full calendar.
Russell is crazy.
Anna, I know you don't like politics, but I thought this was really, really funny, and I want to share it with you guys. Right here. Barack Obama's brother claims that he's definitely gay.
I know Barack Obama's gay.
Yeah,
and
so
the Obama is really a man. Everybody knows this. I don't know why they just don't come out with it.
I know
he's clearly a dude.
His brother. Oh my God. His brother literally was like,
why are you gay?
And so his bro says this man is definitely gay. Malik Obama purportedly said Monday in a since deleted Twitter message. The post, which was reported by multiple media outlets, came in response to a letter in which Barack Obama denounced the banning of controversial books and children's libraries, including at least one that features graphic illustrations of blah, blah, blah. You guys know what we're talking about. We're not going to talk about this because of YouTube. But this part was interesting to me that says Malik Obama, who has the same father as the ex-president, visited the White House several times during his brother's first term in office. However, he later claimed that Barack Obama was cold and ruthless and blasted him for abandoning his Kenyan family. What I saw was he's the kind of person that wants people to worship him. Malik Obama told the New York Post in 2020, he needs to be worshipped, and I don't do that. I'm his older brother, so I don't do that. So his brother thinks he's gay as fuck. And I think that's funny.
No, he is gay. Michelle used to be a dude named Michael. There's freaking photos of it. And I mean, you can see the bulge.
I don't think she was, dude. I really think that's
look it up.
That's a conspiracy theory.
No, she's a man.
Lila, you're in on this.
She's gonna run for president, and then she's gonna come out as transgender, and the transgender movement is gonna even take off even more. That's what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Lila, not you two. Russell Hall for 2 says.
And
So where did the Obama's kids come from?
They adopted them.
They look just like them.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Have you ever seen a
do.
pregnant picture of Michelle Obama?
That I haven't seen yet.
They don't exist. That's why, because she was never pregnant because she doesn't have a uterus.
She's a man, and
Well,
she's running
she
for
could have had
president
a
as a transgender
surrogate.
man.
She could have had a surrogate.
Doesn't matter.
No, doesn't matter.
Anna knows.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
That's not political stating facts, guys.
Exactly.
I don't know if I believe that Michelle
Anna.
Obama is really Michael Obama.
Congratulations on your infinity.
Thank you.
I love seeing it in all your photos.
You know my photos?
Yeah, show us on the stream. So.
Yes, yeah, show it up. Yeah. There
This
we
is my
go.
nails.
Ooh, your nails look pretty too.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I can never do what you do with your nails, Anna, because like whenever I put the jewels on, it drives me absolutely fucking crazy when they fall off, and they always fall off, and I'm like,
Mine never fall off. My nail lady's awesome.
oh man, you've got really good nail ladies, because every time I put jewels on here,
Vietnamese, man, they know what to do.
Immediately. Oh man. But I also think maybe it's because Mexican water is really, really bad, and I wash dishes without gloves. So maybe it's just like it's really hard water and it just can't keep up.
You can get a hard water filter.
I should do that.
You know, does
Lila.
Amazon work in Mexico?
What? Say
You
that
have Amazon in Mexico?
Yes, we do. And we
Ooh.
also have Amazon, like American Amazon, that you can order to Mexico. But we also have Amazon Mexico. Lila, I saw this, and I always think of you when I hear stories about Big Pharma. Because of the amazing documentary you did, which, by the way, everybody watch Lila's documentary on both the presidency and the vax stuff. Incredible documentaries. But this was hilarious. Clifton Duncan tweeting out, I'm no longer an atheist because today a Pfizer manufacturing facility in Rocky Mount, NC, was hit by a EF2 tornado, and they lost 50,000 pounds of product.
The Pfizer manufacturing plant was damaged by the tornado in Nash County. Just look at
this.
Part of the roof there caved in, all of that debris surrounding the building. Officials with Pfizer tell us there are no reports of serious injuries. And man, they certainly are lucky when you look at the damage that was caused by that tornado.
Do you think this is God's work, Lila?
Yes.
I did too.
Jesus
It's like
is coming back soon. I saw it on a bumper sticker today.
it's a Pfizer karma. I mean, if anyone deserves their buildings like to be hit by a tornado, it's Pfizer. Hey,
Pretty great.
YouTube, this is just, nature. Nature's doing this. I'm not calling for anyone to do anything to anyone. Nature gonna go nature. Jane's saying he needs to come back soon.
I saw the bumper sticker said Jesus is coming back soon, and soon your sorrow will turn into joy. I was like, oh,
That's really nice. That's a good message. Magnum Norse Fatan says, who's looking forward to Henry Cavill's Warhammer show on Amazon? Me.
I wonder who is.
Anna, have you watched Witcher season 3 at all? I haven't even watched a little bit.
Mofo. They're like, Henry's getting back in the bath. Henry's getting back in the bath. Yeah, in the second to last episode. So the last 2 episodes are the same episode. It's just the second version of it is more like longer scenes with different perspectives of things that you missed the first time you watched it. And I was like, so they're lazy and they're bad at editing. And so, but the first episode, it's him and Yennefer getting ready for this party that they're going to talk to people out and they're going to frame this person for trying to kill Ciri. and doing this whole fiasco thing. And as they're talking, there's the bath in the background, and then it cuts like them at the end of the episode, and like the bath is in the background. So the whole entire time, every shot, you can see the bath. The next episode, again, it's the same episode over again, just the scenes and things like more stuff happen or different things happen, and it's stupid. But they're in the bath, and all you see is his shoulder and his like back, and he's like in the fetal position, and Yennefer's washing him, and you don't even see her boobs. Her hair's in front of it, and she's washing him and saying like, "Oh, I finally got you back in the bath." I'm like, this isn't what we want.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Chest out with all of his fur showing muscles and like leaning back going
That's what we
or something like that. I don't want to see his yes, he's got a beautiful shoulder. I don't need to see his wig. I don't need to see her get like it was so emasculating. And I never thought like I would look at Henry Cavill in the bath and be turned off.
That is terrible. That sounds awful. Jane's right. This is Bathgate. This is terrible. I mean, it's just like you got rid of the guy. You couldn't at least give us like one last hurrah of like, you know.
No, they didn't get rid of him. He left. He was like, "Fuck all of you." If you watch this season,
by get rid of him, I mean like they basically ran him off because they were such pieces of
you'll
shit.
understand why he left. You would be like, Henry, run.
Yeah, don't walk, run away from that production because I mean he loved The Witcher and they destroyed it. Achilles Jones for 2 says, "Was the proposal romantic, Anna? Congrats."
Very. I had no idea. The second I realized he was proposing, I just started crying, and we had like 200 people watching us, and it was.
It's so cute. And look at the little kitty. Oh, it's so cute.
It's your Maine Coon, the kitten.
It's a kitten. It's a
what?
It's a Mancoon and Ragdoll.
Ragdoll, right? Yeah. I'm gonna say it's a Mancoon. It's so cute. I love her.
You know
Her
that
name.
cats have a language. You could be like, if you say, "Meh," they will come to you.
Yeah, I do because I have a cat.
Okay, so Anna, you had no idea. You were shocked. You were in tears. You were crying.
Yeah,
Oh my
I know.
I was screaming. I was the first person she told Lila.
From YouTube. I told my mom and my dad first.
Well, from YouTube. I was the first person because I was like,
I just screamed in Nina's DMs and I was like, "Nina," in all caps and a bunch of exclamation points. And she's like, "What?" And then the next morning I texted her.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh my God." And I started screaming, and my husband was like, "What the hell is going on?" Because I was like literally screaming. And I'm like, "And I got engaged." And he's like, "Fucking about time." Peaches popped the question. And I was like, I know. So it's just like we've been waiting for so long.
But you know who kind of called it before was Lila, because when I first like met her in person and we were hanging out, we went shopping, and then she's like, "I think he's gonna do it by then." She said by my birthday, which didn't happen, but she's the first one that she's like, "He's gonna do it." Because I was like, "He's never gonna do it." And she's like, "No, he's gonna do it."
No, I thought it was gonna either be by your birthday or by your anniversary. Like I was like, it's going to happen.
Well, he did it before the anniversary. So, and the Munchkin, that little shit kept the secret. He had asked my father in advance. I guess he called my father before we.
She knew.
She helped him pick it out.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. When I called my dad, I was like, "You didn't tell me." He's like, "I wasn't supposed to." I was like, "You tell me everything, and you didn't tell me that."
Oh my God, that is so sweet. So she's gonna be like, you're gonna be her stepmom. That's so
I'm
cute.
officially gonna be her stepmother.
That is so. I love that it was a serious surprise.
I know.
But you know what? I should have known though, because so when we went to Europe, I didn't get to go shopping in Europe because he doesn't like shopping. He's a boy.
He's a boy.
So we were at Chrissy's wedding, and like then Cecil was driving us, getting us to ride back to the city, and he's like, "Oh, you guys should go to Macy's and see like the." And I was like, "Why would we go to Macy's? There's Macy's everywhere." He's like, "No, it's the original Macy's. It's the Miracle on 34th Street Macy's. They have the escalators are made out of wood, and like the shopping is different there." And so then the next day, or after we not the next day, but it felt like another day. But once we unpacked in the hotel room, we were walking around, and then he's like, "Oh, hey, let's go to Macy's." And I was like, "You want to go to Macy's?" And he's like, "Yeah." Cecil like talked it up so much, and I didn't argue. And he's like, he's like, "I want to get a new dress shirt." And I was like, "Well, you have the dress shirt from Chrissy's wedding." He's like, "Yeah, but I want to get another one." And I'm like, "I'm not going to fight this because I want to go shopping. Let's go."
Oh, there was so many clues.
There was clues. I was like, but I didn't argue because I wanted to go shopping. And so we spent like half the day in Macy's.
Oh my God. That's
and
great.
I bought some things which I probably shouldn't have spent money on, but I did. And I got
the bipolar,
but whatever.
So did he how did he do it? He just got down on his knee. Did you know what was happening? Was it all?
Oh, you don't know the full story, like where they were and everything? Oh my God, Anna, you have to tell her. Hold on, let me pull up the picture. Where is this place again?
So we went out to dinner, and like me and the Munchkin, we were super, super hungry. But you know when you take like a few bites and you're full? So it was one of those situations. So we took everything to go. And so basically...
Wait, Anna, tell me what that place is called so I can pull up the picture.
Oh, The Edge.
The Edge. Thank you.
Okay, so we're walking and we're like, okay, we'll eat it later in the hotel when we're hungry again. And so we walk to this building called The Edge, and The Edge has like the highest like overlook of New York City. And so it's a 360 view, but at one point it's this triangle like thing.
I'm pulling it up right now.
It has glass so you can look straight down.
It's this place.
Yeah, so there you go. It's there with the and so there's like a res that you'll see right there, but never will you ever see it that empty. Imagine that entire thing packed.
Yeah.
Like super, super packed. And so we went there, and then right as we're trying to get in, they're like, "Oh, you have to throw that bag away because you're not allowed to have food." And I was like, "There's no food allowed there." And I was like, "There's a restaurant there." Like, what do you mean? I was like, "We're not going to take it out and eat it there." And I was like, "I have a child with me. This is food for her for later. When we get out of here, like, so you want me to throw away my child's food? Like, you monster." I was trying to guilt him so he would let me take my bag. And I was like, "If it was a shopping bag, would that be different?" And he's like, "Yes, but I already know that you have food." And I was like, "Fuck you." But so I was pissed because he made us throw away our food. And then not only that, Peaches had been carrying the bag, and he was using my portable charger to charge his phone because his phone had died. And so my portable charger got thrown away, as well as my charging cord.
Oh no.
And so we didn't realize that till we like went through and we were at the elevator, and I was pissed. And Peaches, we were there at sunset. And so he didn't want to miss it. So he's like, "It's okay. We'll buy another one, or we'll just check the trash when we get down there."
Aw, Peaches. He's just like, nothing is going to ruin this.
But so I was really pissed off because of that. And so we get there and we're waiting for the corner, and there's a huge line along this window that's showing you to take a picture in the corner. So he's like, "Okay, let's just take a picture right over here." And so like we get there, and he's saying all these nice things to me, and I'm like, he's just trying to make me feel better because all of our stuff just got lost. And he's telling me how pretty I am and how much he loves me and how happy he is that we're here together. And then I was like, oh my God, he's trying to put me in a good mood, which makes me madder. And then he started kneeling, and I was like, oh my God.
No. Oh my God. Then he started to kneel then. Oh, that's so
And then I started crying because I figured it out. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not in a bad mood anymore.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I love that.
Oh my God. And you cried.
And then again, that entire place was packed with people, and everyone stopped what they were doing to watch us and like me cry.
Oh, of course, because that's like the moment. Everyone's waiting for you to say yes. And then it's
And
just
I was like kissed, and like, yeah.
Oh, she's about to cry just thinking about it. Look at her. I know. It's like that's
my Peaches.
I know. It's so cool.
Oh, I'm so
I love
happy
that.
for you, Anna. That is so sweet.
The bipolar god of science section says for $4.99. I'm serious though. That weird Twilight Zone stuff was with the AI is Sunset Boulevard in space. Who will be the sci-fi Norma Desmond? You think J-Law maybe? I don't know, but I did see this crazy thing today on Twitter that I was like, what the hell is going on? Because, okay, you guys know, because this thing reminds me of this Twilight Zone situation that you're talking about. You guys know that lady that went crazy on the plane, and she was like that motherfucker is like back there or whatever.
Oh, it's a.
Yeah, she like, well, I don't know what the hell was going
Did
on
they
with her.
find her yet or no?
No, she's like missing. Nobody knows where she is. Well, like she's never come forward to be like, hey, this is
You know why?
me.
Because they silenced her. The lizard people got her.
I know, like there's got to be some reason like that. I mean, that's what I think too. I think she was right, and then they got her. But
Well, no,
now
you see the other guy that was a few rows back. He said the guy turned around and winked at him, and he didn't realize that he didn't wink this way. He winked this way.
no, I did not see that. That's crazy. But then today I see this going on, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? This is creepy shit. And it says this guy. He says a video has emerged from Chinese Airlines in January showing a plane erupting into panic. A man shouted that he was stuck on a time loop and that this was his 6th cycle. In the cycle, he claimed that the plane crashed and everyone died, and then he returned to this point. He also said that the flight attendant wasn't human and was a robot who was charging her battery. The plane ended up not flying after multiple passengers became worried that this man was responsible for the panic was arrested. He was sent to a professional medical institution to receive further treatment after police claimed that his mental state was abnormal. And this is the video of the people going insane on this plane. They thought that there was some weirdo. This reminds me of that Twilight Zone shit, man. You know that episode where that guy sees that demon thing on the plane?
You mean William Shatner?
Yes, William Shatner's episode.
There's something on the wing. There's
something on the wing. That's right. These people are freaking out, man. There's something on a plane. Anyways, this goes on and on. These people are all freaking out. What weird times we're living in.
I'm trying to find the post of the guy. So there's this one account that I follow that like shares a lot of this stuff. Let me see. Okay, so it's Dom. I don't know how to say his last name. Lucre.
Do you want me to write it down or?
No, I'm just saying I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll put it in the private
Okay.
chat. But so it's this guy. He posted her, and then he posted the follow-up of the guy that is that was there too.
Oh, okay, let me. Okay. Oh, this guy.
Yeah,
this guy's a weirdo,
dude. I love his threads though.
He's got some good threads, but sometimes
I don't know anything
really
about him except he's got good threads sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes he's got good threads. Okay, where like do you know which?
It was when that happened, and he posted a thread, and he's like, "How have we not found her yet?" But he posted the video of her, and then the follow up with the guy that was on the plane with her.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
have to scroll through his account to try and find it.
Through it.
Yeah, because I mean, this guy tweets a lot.
He does.
But okay, while you do that, let me get these super chats. Nick Skybreak, thank you for the 10, says LOL, YouTube would censor you for saying look what weather did to XYZ. Sorry, it made me giggle. You ladies are great. Well, YouTube censors everybody for everything. Nick, thank you again for the 2. It says, I love these love stories. Best of luck to you and your family. Anna, that's for you.
Thank you.
And also, okay, earlier there was a glitch And I didn't get a couple of the super chats, but I think it was this. There was one from the Squid I missed for $5. Says, I love how he can't fathom the idea of giving out your age makes it easier for the mouth breather that pays white pages to dox you.
I
Thank you
know.
for the Squid.
It's like I want one less thing. Like, and he's like, I can look it up, and I'm like, you do realize that I don't want people to be able to look up my information like that. That's counterintuitive.
Exactly. And then 200 Watt Studios for 2 said he's playing the push-pull game. And I missed that one too.
I don't know what
because
that means.
StreamYard- I don't know what that means either. I think he's talking about like the negging thing. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. If you're here at 200 watts, you can clarify. But what do you guys think of this plane stuff? Do you think that chick was just high?
I found his thread, but I need to find the one. No, I don't know.
Lila, do you think there was a lizard person on that plane, or do you think she was high?
I think there are lizard people. Yep.
Just straight up. I think there's lizard people.
Yep, I think aliens are coming, and I think this is like a soft launch for like weird stuff that's gonna happen.
I kind of get that. I agree with you a little bit.
Because now everybody's talking about it, and so like they'll just keep doing sprinkle these little things, and then when it's like the full-on alien invasion attack, it'll be like, wow. Just like when Michelle Obama runs for president and then she comes out as transgender, nobody will be too shocked about it because we have been talking about transgenderism for the last couple years. Like,
I can't tell when you're being serious or you're being
dead ass.
funny.
Me and Anna are on the same page about this.
Well, no, you know why we have so Nina, the reason why we have all this woke shit is because Obama. So he set everything in play for the ESGs. So that because of that, now everything's woke, and so you have to support the wokeness or you're wrong, which means you have to support Michelle when she comes out as transgender, and you have to support him being gay, or you're bigots and you're racist. And the things that you have to support are minorities, which him and Michelle are, and LGBTQ plus, which they both are. He set this all up from the beginning.
This is so fucking crazy, man.
I
don't disagree with you guys. I believe it. If there's any conspiracy that could be true, this is probably the one. James, thank you for the $4.99. Says, y'all, I work as a flight attendant. Are you trying to scare me? Sorry, James, but shit's getting real out there.
James, your plane's about to get hijacked. You're gonna crash into a Pfizer building.
Oh no! Anna's 100% correct, says Nitram. There you go.
I'm telling you, I don't like politics, but this isn't political. I like conspiracy theories when it's leading to something. That was Obama's grand plan, and he is getting exactly what he wanted. Now, the thing with the Epstein Island and with all of the stuff that's out now.
Whoa! We're still on YouTube, Anna. You want me to go on Rumble if you're gonna go into Epstein's Island?
I won't talk about that. I can talk about it later.
Okay. All right. You have to go to John Malin's show, and this show is basically done. So thank you both for joining me tonight. And of course, my previous guests that were on here, EVS, Nick Rekieta, and what was the other guy's name? CAMELOT. Thank you, Goomba. Love that dude. He's great. They're all great. You guys are great. Thank you. The chat is amazing. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for being here tonight and hanging out with us. Special thanks to those of you who super chatted, became a member, gifted memberships, all that good stuff. Extra thank you to you. And Anna, yes, Anna, go loose on Malin's stream.
There we go.
Speaking of which, let me pull that up. Hold on. John Malin, because we're gonna raid. Yeah, we're gonna raid John Malin's stream. But let me pull that up. And Mandy Summers on there, Renee Draws is on there, a lot of pretty ladies. Well, only 2. Now it's gonna be 3 with Anna there. Hang on a second though. What the hell am I doing? Oh wait, does John Malin have that thing checked on his stream
He
where
should.
you can
He
where you can rate
should.
him?
I told him to do it.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to the back end on my stream because that's what you have to do, right?
I think so.
Let me see. YouTube's got to make this easier.
They really do.
Because when I'm like, okay, I had to cough. Sorry, guys. Okay. Now I go to, where is it? On my end, I have to go to, sorry, guys. This is probably the terrible live streaming
God,
content.
Nina, how dare you?
I know. I'm
You're
sorry.
ruining everyone's night.
Where the hell do I go, Anna? I
I
forgot.
don't know how to do it either. Camelot walked me through it, and I don't remember.
I remember something. Okay, there it is. Permissions. No, wait. Community. What was it? Agreements. God damn it. Where was it? It's on here. I know that. I think you go to, wait, is somebody in the chat that knows? Maybe somebody's in here. Boomer Nina. Everybody's just calling me a boomer. God damn it. Should we just do it like the old school days instead of the new school days? Because I've totally forgotten how to do this.
Whatever you want.
Channel audit. That's not it.
Just go over there.
Yeah, just go over there. Here is the freaking link. I'm going to drop it in the chat, and then you guys can go there because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. John Malin's link. There you go. There's the link. Go there. Nina Infinity Raid. Anna's going over there. Everybody's going over there. And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Bye-bye.